have. Stop. Alright, I'm
division or thereabouts.
These are going flashy. Self-blade skin. See my live on YouTube. I'm live. Okay. Welcome to another Singe stream where I forgot to do my Nikke Dailies before starting stream, and I was setting up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do them on stream. Fuck it. I'm too lazy. I want to, like, I'm literally about to start streaming. Just fudge it. Just do them on stream. Why not? Same number of people tune in to watch me play DK as they watch me to tune in to play Arknights. Myself and no one else. So I don't care.
Commencing operation.
Whoops. I had to do those dailies today or tomorrow. Okay, let's end. I just can't get enough coin rushes beds. They're so clean and white. As soon as I see those neatly arranged pillows and blankets, I get this feeling like everything's gonna be fine. I wonder where I can learn to make a bed so neatly. Ask Mustang. Then before fail. Sob. It's tough to get some time in with boss. Isn't there any other way? Soda and I discuss other cleaning procedures. I have failed you, Soda. We're just gonna rush these because I'm not spending forever on devices. Oh wait, no, I'll just end these because Grave is truly beautiful. She is. I cannot understand why she insists that she's compromised. What do you think of her prince? Which one is gonna be the one that pisses her off? It's this one, obviously. This is the right one. After all she's done to protect you, it's clear she has a wonderful heart. You're right. Beauty doesn't just come from the outside. True beauty lies within. That's why Grave is so magnificent. She is beautiful both inside and out. Cinderella and I talk about how beautiful Grave is.
You're becoming more beautiful by the day.
What's my gonna? There, advisor's done. Oh boy, Union Raid. Oh boy. I will try. I'll try to be helpful. Singe. Oh, open this. I'm stupid. No, I'm very smart. It's because of Naya. I will not be streaming Life is Recoil because I watched other streamers play through it.
Let's go.
So, yeah. Sorry.
Let's go.
Go find someone else who actually played this on stream for the first time and didn't like it. It was spoiled and... Okay. Escape. Exit. Get those 30 gems. I need those 30 gems.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's story 2. Can I get the speedrunning thing out again? Not that anyone knows about that, aside from myself.
Hath this suffice to aid thee in thy journey, great hero?
Next, the
Let's
challenge. Do the challenge real quick. So difficult.
Hath this suffice to aid thee in thy journey, great hero? Let's go.
Get that way around so much. Oh, claim mission.
Let's go.
Remo, wake your ass up. You know, I've been playing Nikke for almost a year now, and I didn't realize until like the past week that Prima's her shooting animation. We'll leave it at that. I never knew. Didn't know you had it in your Prima. I knew about her other weapons, but I didn't know about the rear end. Yeah, I streamed this event. Yes, I actually streamed this event. Yes, I was thinking, I'm like, did I stream this? I'm like, yes, this is Singe third person. It did indeed stream this. I remember. I'm flat in Modernia. Adios! Oh god, Saturday. Oh fuck, done. I'll leave that until. I'll do that later. I'll do maybe like one of them.
Commander, the disruptive elements have been removed. Maybe continue our date now?
Interesting question.
Commander, the disruptive elements have been removed. Maybe continue our date now?
After saying the disruptive elements have been removed in this context with the Outer Rim sounds very bad. It sounds like you murdered a bunch of Outer Rim people that have your fucking date. No, as long as a banger, but don't focus. Doing a raid, I gotta take care of my responsibility too and do my share. Even if I'm one of the lowest level schmucks in this, so I'll go annihilate plate. What to set up? There's someone left over that I didn't use, right? One of these two. I don't know. I would use them as a burst though, so I think Gravity would be better as off burst. Maybe. Do I have any? Which CDR was I thinking of? Not Moran. Moran doesn't have a CDR unlocked yet. Well, I'm thinking, I did set the dispatches out. I'll make sure I did that. Okay, I did. Alright, cool. Where the hell is Sheep Chat? Okay. Sheep Chat, no, come back. What? That was it? No, I didn't. There it is. I'm a very smart and brilliant person. My forte is dig so. Oh. No. Oh. Fuck. Fuck. I'm so sorry, Union. Oh, no, we're doing it. We're doing it. No. That's not elemental weakness, unfortunately, such as spectacular fail. Yes, bring lightning to a fire boss. Smart. But this Singe arm will probably do some damage to this.
Just like how I did during practice. Just a second, teacher.
It's better to do something than it is to
Reloaded. Wasn't that cool?
probably get a billion.
Reloaded. Wasn't that cool?
That should be good. Maybe, or maybe not. I don't know.
Shall I put my luck to the test?
Wow, Crown is, oh my lord, Crown is dead. The delays. More delays. So, Arknights, I'll be playing Arknights eventually, right?
Just a second, teacher.
Eventually, if Christ seems Christ through his ears. Christ through his ears.
Reload it. Wasn't that cool?
Okay, if you could not nuke my crown out of existence,
Wasn't that cool?
that'd be cool, buddy.
Just a section. Behold, the straightforward of my teacher's affection. Just like how I did during practice. Just like how I did during practice.
I know you're supposed to charge shots with iron, but the damage boost isn't really worth it. The first gen is better. I'm too lazy to burst.
Reload it.
Why did you just keep flattening?
Wasn't that cool?
Well, I will go we can then. We'll just sit here and die.
Just a second, teacher.
I did a couple 100,000 damage, just or 100 million. That's good shit, bro.
Reload it. Wasn't that cool?
I'm so sorry to the cat
Just a
girls
second,
union.
teacher.
I
Reload
failed
it.
you.
Wasn't that cool?
They'll never see this though. They'll see my records and be upset. Maybe, or maybe not. I'm one of the lower level members of this union, so I sort of suck. I hope. I hope the whaling doesn't make that much of a
Just
difference.
like how I did during practice.
Oh boy. I think they're about to start.
Reload it. Wasn't that cool? Shall I put my luck to the test?
The Rouge help.
Just a second, teacher. Just like how I did during practice.
Bro, when are you gonna start? You're so
like how
slow
I
at
did
killing
during
the rest of the units.
practice.
Dude, this is terrible.
Just shall I put my
Alright,
luck
you know,
to the test?
watch this.
Can we finally hit the beach and relax?
Quarter of a billion damage. Pathetic. That's like one burst. That should. That's one fucking burst. One burst only. I think I'll just go with this budget. Come on. Alright, let's go. Let's wreck this fucker for real now. Until they start one-shotting my units. Look, it's the Northport plate. That's what it is. Go Snow White. Annihilate. Their bones. Break their shins.
Let's go full power.
And the cap breaker up. And I think I've already probably hit the same amount of damage before.
Let's go full power.
Leaving nothing behind. Take that.
Perhaps I should not see it. Well, look at that. I already done twice as much damage. Perhaps we'll cover for that attack from now on instead of being dumb. Singe is learned. This is beyond expectations. The impossible has happened.
Let's go full power.
Just watch for the red balls. And when that comes out, I try and cover. Perhaps I should have brought a cover regenerating Nikke.
Let's go full power. Let's finish this.
Recharging my survival meter. Interesting to have you by my side.
Let's go full power.
Marvelous. Snow White. Deal with them.
Let's go full power.
Through to the very end. I won't let my guard down, not until we're all in.
Let's go full power.
shield deleted, baby eat it. What?
Let's go full power.
Where would I eat? What baby would I have and where would I eat them? There it goes. Summon. Please don't kill anyone. Oh, it killed the. Oh, fuck. It's not.
Let's go full power.
Well, it's still better than last time. Even if everyone dies now.
I'm pretty sure they said this is how I'm supposed to reload it.
This is not good.
Let's go full
Let's
power.
do to the very end.
Nobody's left. Path officials and other ones. Dorothy, please. One last burst. One last burst from the door. Focus the boss. Ignore it.
Let's go full
And I'm not
power.
unfortunate. At least get. I can at least slap them with graves first. Go to the save everyone.
Let's go full power.
Oh, I would get one more burst. Oh, it could have been worse, all in all. It would have been way better, but pretty much worse. It could have been the previous run. That was a disaster. There, almost 10 times the damage. We're better. More within Singe standards. And I dumpstered my electric team like a fucking dumbass, so whoops. A fire team? No, fire or iron? Which one do I go for? Or fire, or no, iron. This one will be Iron Week, and then, or no, this one will be Iron Week, and this one will be Fire Week. Quarter versus Rebuilt Fingers. And this is weak to wind. Wind's not too bad either. Actually, maybe it is. I need to build the Braulio a bit more. No, I'll come back to that. I want to work on a little bit.
Fully active. Pierce through.
I'm sorry. A little bit. Braulio succeeded. She liberated her head from her body. And hashtag Nikke spoilers. Dorothy's a bitch.
With
I know
all
it.
sins laid
You
upon
played
me,
over zone.
forward shall I press.
You saw what happened. And then you watch her as she burns through all that goodwill that she built up over after the awful things she went through an overzone. She just takes that goodwill and all the sympathy and everything she had going for her, and she just lights on fire and says, "Fuck you, bitch! I'm gonna show you what it means to go beyond and be even worse than you
What a
believe."
truly beautiful story this was.
Please,
I am
any
most
extra
pleased. Did you
rocks.
see that, teacher?
Any
Wasn't
extra
that
rocks?
great?
Come on, one extra rock. One.
That
Come on.
was lucky.
I fucking
but
hate this game.
it was
At least I get one rock a
embarrassing
day
than I
guaranteed. That's like Singe is suffering. Or I'm best girl. Or there are. Who is my Nikke best girl? I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm working on soda. That's what I was working for. Soda's made, or soda bunny. So I've not made bunny soda. Upgrade, and auto select. I don't even need it today. Wonderful. So who was it? Who's relic? Oh, Sirens. Sirens relic being upgraded. For what is a no collection item? Rockets. Love collection items, they're my favorite. I love them so much. I don't want to burn anything to the ground when I see collection items. What am I doing? Do I have enough for any more hand skills? I don't think I do. Probably not. Wow. I think I was working on getting Soda to 777. Or Soda's funny version. That's all allies. Yeah, no, doesn't seem that bad. I don't think she's an amazing unit, but she doesn't seem terrible. But I'm leveling Soda mostly for Tetra Tower. Because, oh boy, Tetra Tower is pain. Pain is Tetra Tower. Just hit the thing. Yeah, I'm not upgrading it past 7. Because I want to make sure that... I also need another iron unit. So, win-win. Alright, let's go do the thing. Oh wait, I still have a daily attempt. Oh, I didn't waste it because I quit. Quitting is good. Who should I? I'll do both of these. I'll do these. I'll do Material H. Good. I mean, I don't have Velvet, unfortunately. Or I do have Velvet, but I don't have a build at all. So this is gonna have to be it. Very well. But I should easily hit at least the Billy. Because Siren and Night are gonna be nuking this fucker. In addition to the damage that SBS and Liberali are doing. More death.
Laid upon me,
More death.
I'm going back to sleep. Figure it out yourself. With all sins laid upon me, forward shall I press. With all sins laid upon me, forward shall I press.
Why do I have a fully built noir? Why? That's because I'm waiting for the day she gets the favorite item. I believe in best girl. I'm not a fool. I'm not, oh my lord. If that laser doesn't point at Naida, I can't. Naida, please heal this.
Laid upon me, forward shall I press. Laid upon me, forward shall I press.
I think we'll be fine. Maybe. Potentially. Oh my lord, it's killing more level. Okay, I think maybe I'm under level for some of these bosses with my trying to actually block. We're raw dogging it. Wait, no, don't do that. We're put the top. Oh boy. It's not going well. Falling apart. A bit. Show me your power a little bit. Oh boy, here it comes.
We've won.
How much? 1.4 billion. That's okay. We better not. We're gonna go do rebuild fingers. There. Why are we? Wait, do I have a fire team? Oh, hell.
Let's go, Commander.
I know Rapti already has a team, but, you know, stop. Yeah. And here we go. Back. Oh, it's, sure. Nahara. Nahara's back here. Or she's the extra flex. Ignore that random shit.
I'll get you to your destination.
Survive. Oh my lord. I feel like I should have shot those.
I'll get you to your destination. Commence firing.
Oh my lord. I'm gonna be fucked. Perhaps I underestimated the damage these guys do. Oh boy, it's already almost half an hour of stream. Jesus, you know, just go. Just good.
I'll get you to your destination.
One damage. That's a very confident feeling right now. Whoa, seeing one damage off first. That's not good. Maybe it's just 2 minions that get buffed by ult.
I'll get you to your destination. Just a bit longer.
Oh, well, no, I got no fuck. The only one who's allowed to abuse Mihara that way is Uni. That's not really bad. You know what I mean?
I'll get you to your destination. Hold on tight and don't get hit.
Is there a single healer on this? No, I don't think. There is no healing. Oh fuck. Really? Oh lord, that's not good. This team was very intelligently designed. As far as intelligently designed as intelligent design is also scientific theory, which is not a scientific theory. But no, just, you know, just let them kill them one by one. I'm fucking out. I'll do what I can.
I'll get you to your destination. Commence firing. I'll get you to your destination. Commence firing. Target not eliminated. I'll get you to your destination. Just a bit longer.
I will finish this quickly.
One more minute.
I'll get you to your destination and don't get hit.
Oh boy, that's not good.
I'll get you to your destination and don't get hit.
Hit the boss. Oh, she's dead. Yes, you're in. Or not. Or no, it's fine. Ah! Why are you still alive?
Target eliminated.
Hold on a moment. Target eliminated.
Commander,
I survived.
the
1 billion
disruptive
damage.
elements have
It's
been
okay.
removed.
I contributed.
Can we continue our date now?
The other peeps are going to show up and completely annihilate these bosses, but I did my part. I was not lazy Singe did it. Alright, let's go finish up the dailies. Get a few more. Just got Arena, and then I'll do one at a time.
Welcome to El Marina! We have a star in our midst.
Every new season.
Show and the road! Behold! The season's rising
You know, I'm at the
star!
Will you see this mode? Wait, no, that's me. Here's my combat power for my squad. Look at this one. 451 versus 337. Yeah.
Ready?
I think there's like daily packs for like $20 or something. That give you like 4 dust. I think. You didn't buy those again and again?
Show and the road!
Christ, why would
The
you?
winner! It's
It's
you!
like 600 a month on just that. Like, bro. mean, I've spent $600 a month on Nikke. I spent on fucking pulls and shit, not on that. Christ.
Let the games debut.
Almost done.
Beyond performance.
I can kill it. I'm trying to get her. Okay. Which one do we pick? I'll go do a listen to.
I expect your operations to be well planned. I'll be
This is
treating
gonna
this
be
no
a
different from real
AFK, by
combat.
the way. Completely AFK.
No one can stop us. Have a taste of adventure. I'll go at an easy pace.
No, I'm finished.
Let's try our signature. Blow them all to pieces.
Okay.
Can you cover me, please?
Assume control, so AI is being dumb and ignoring kamikaze.
Hold on. Reloading is
Well,
taking longer than
very efficient.
Have a taste of adventure. Commence firing.
Awesome. Yeah, Elysian Tower is definitely my most OP one. Fuck off. Oh yeah,
Commander,
Anchor Maid's
The disruptive
thing isn't even
elements
fully
have been
upgraded.
removed. Maybe continue our date
Or
now.
Clutch Time's not upgraded at all. And it's still just an island.
I shall suppress them.
Also, what is it with fuck. Well, have a good minute and a half. Chat. Singe, I guess. All the Singe. Oh my god, for a minute and a half. Doing how we're doing now somehow.
Let's try our signature.
While we're in Elbows now.
Pieces.
Okay, kamikaze units. Hey,
Blow them all to pieces.
they're not programmed to shoot that fucker? That's actually hilarious.
They're all dead? Victory! Let's crack open some rum to celebrate. Time to
Singe,
show
why
you
don't
what
you
we're
have
made of.
Maid's Mask? It's gacha skin. Yeah. It's nice, but I don't feel it's at all.
For the sake of adventure.
So I'm gonna sit this one out probably.
Would you like to try and work them all out? For the sake of adventure.
Commander, the disruptive elements have been removed. Maybe continue our date now?
What date? The salacious date you're gonna have with the commander where you hold hands. Hug. That's it. Go back to your talk to your bitch. What, Singe? You can just control yourself. I know you really dislike crappy. Separate the memes from the actual character. You've played part 1 of Footsteps, and I need to play part 2 of Footsteps at some point eventually, but I stop being lazy. I know I seen the deep bit from part 2, and I roughly get what's gonna happen. But I'll do it eventually. You'll see. I'll get around to it. Alright, and then last but not least is to Liberation. We're done. I have 2 tickets. I have 2 tickets here. Drop. Drop. Program. That draw. But who is the front? You know, draw over. Who's gonna be the bunny milk?
What do you think of Bunny Girl?
I like bunny girls more. We'll do one of these. Just one. Okay, no, not necessary. Cool. Another Nikke, I need to upgrade their collection item because I hate collection items. I want to burn them to the ground. Where the fuck is she even? You'd be like buried behind my chat. Oh, there she is. Oh, the first core enhancement.
I don't think it's the Bunny Girl outfit that made me stronger. What do you think it was, pal?
The vibrant. Little bit. Not the other little bit. One is not dead. Oh. Characters I do not believe are dead in Nikke. Liberalio, or that won't come back in some part. Liberalio and Chatterbox. There's no way Chatterbox just died unceremoniously like that. No CGs, nothing, just Pioneer shows up and shoots Chatterbox and then he's dead. That's it. I don't believe. I know he's pathetic in some ways. I know he's sort of pathetic and sort of a punching bag, but also like, bro. Huh? Oh, I didn't click. I'll do the rest later. Alright. And let's change the stream over. That did not take half an hour or so. I'm crying inside. Arcmates. Not Enfield. What Enfield? My Enfield dailies. I finally dragged myself to get the come on, update Twitch. I finally dragged myself to get the what was it? The Garrett. I finally dragged myself to the point where I think the pity. I didn't quite reach the pity. I think it was literally like on the 4th last pull before I get the guaranteed 6-star in Enfield for the Vaughn banner, and I pulled it. I pulled it on. Finally pulled the 6-star. That fucking 0.8% chance. I hate you so much. And it was, drum roll, it was Ember. Crying noises. It wasn't even your Vaughn. I really love that game, you know. I really love Enfield. I will not be spending money on it. I will not be buying the battle pass. Nothing. Bug that game. Maybe I'll do my dailies. Maybe if I don't. Honestly, I'm thinking about just not even doing dailies for that game anymore because it sucks. I should be doing my lads dailies and not my Enfield dailies.
Are you happy to
That's
see
a superior
me,
game.
Alright?
That might be more fun in that game too. The terror. You heard it here first.
Can I get my beauty sleep in here?
Let me rest for a brief while. I'm more tired than I thought.
Are you happy to see me, Erudite?
I'll let you rest, Silverfish, with your cock in my mouth. I'll let your cock rest in my mouth. What? Huh? Or... You in my brain. I don't... Wow, I really am defaulting to silverfish now. Alright, now after a grand total of, I think it's almost 40 minutes or 50 minutes? Oh, 40 minutes. After a total of 40 minutes, actual content. More reading. It's reading time. Reading Rainbow. I never watched that because I'm not that old. If you watch the old Reading Rainbow, you're a corpse. This is Hodor again. Hodor needs to have a chat with, what's it? Morgan? About book right. Well, I know Morgan says you throw a book out. Perhaps she can write another book. One that's more real to life. Alright. Oh my lord. I'm not watching a solid JJ video instead of reading. Nope. No delays. Singe streams never have delays. No, I'll do this. I don't think it's gonna come. Delay and stream like a dumbass. Dude, Singe Roshu being dumb as fuck. Shut up. This is content. Me watching the video and not participating in it. Alright, we're done. Almost. Alright. Let's go. It's a me, Amari. What? Huh? Brain fried moments. Deep fried. Fried all the way. Alright, listen. Honestly, since coming to Victoria, my drafting skill has been a standstill. Of course, it's order. Back in my mercenary days, I spent most of my free time writing. One book filled, a new book empty. Really, I had more to write than I physically could. And yet, since joining the military commission, I have been given those notebooks to flip through and forever by now. What you doing, Hoarder? It's like a comedy bit. I attained what seemed like a higher position in power. I wasn't directing a squad or two of mercenaries any longer. Now they put the sand table of the whole battlefield before me. And I grew more and more sick of what I'd read about. I used to believe the most important test of an archivist character was loyalty to their accounts. My bank account. Yet little bit by bit, I came to discover these books had turned into echoes of wave after indistinguishable wave reproductions of scene after scene of the same tragedy. I've been through all this with my own flesh, felt it with my own soul. Why even make all this vacant language and empty summary? Holder, just write sarcasm mud. Dude, come on. Forbidden romance. What? Sorry, what the fuck? No, fuck, I'm googling it. What species is Enos? She's a Capernaum. Oh, that's what they are. Oh, I see. Cause I was wondering, like, I don't think that like the girl. There's like these characters that look sort of like the thick boys. The ones that look like goats. Yeah. Yeah, and she like files her horns to not look like a sarcasm. Right. Intersmut about forbidden romance in between a sarcasm and a Capernaum, just based on your IRL experiences, and throw in an annoying troll character just based on W, and then voila, you have a bestseller. I've had enough. Stop worrying about boring shit then. When did it happen again? I should pretend like I'm totally writing my own stuff and I haven't slacked off for like over half a year. Disappears. Closer to a year at this point. I'm gonna hide. When did it happen again? I remember last year in September, last year, when the summer was exceptionally long. General, the mayor is dead. Their sable still drips with the blood. If only the swift blades of the military commission and mercenaries could be as swift. As long as the weapon, there's no real difference. I remember the look he gave me in that moment, but I'm still not sure what he really meant by it. He's trying to signal to you that he is gay and he wants you. Roger. News just came from the Mercs. 14 MPs in the plot to assassinate the regent have been apprehended. And what stance are the other MPs taking? They don't have one. I thought you'd be more direct about your methods. The military commission requires I can execute every MP straight away. With our current situation, this will suffice. The airship is still under construction. We need just a little extra patience. Pull your men out. Master King's Legion has arrived. Legion? My voice shakes a little. Naster's Legion. Of all the military powers that had been in war, the vast majority paled compared to that one name. The difference was heaven and earth. What, when, how, whatever direction a Kazdal army enters Victoria from, glad to pass through the major duchies. It won't matter how they conceal themselves. That larger force could never. His Majesty arrived at Londinium suburbs. 2 reorganized royal port units directly subordinate to him have been stationed outside the city. I understand. Ordered the mercs to withdraw. That Lieutenant Colonel Leteau had his talk with the reagent. He and his defense forces will soon be assuming control over all of Londinium's administrative affairs. On the surface, Londinium will enter a state of semi-martial control led by the defense force, owing to the garrisoned rebellion. Don't think that'll fool the Grand Dukes. Their intelligence networks are well developed in the city. They'll definitely start mobilizing forward in the next few months. It won't take that long. It's exceedingly likely the quickest army will show up beneath Londinium's walls within 20 days. But no fear. No matter who arrives first, they won't be hasty to act. Any Duke that dares to march alone will become the common enemy of all, just as in the Duke of Windermere's failure of a raid 2 years ago. Her high-speed warships didn't even succeed in launching from their berths before her own men obstructed her. It was ridiculous. The Duke of Windermere, she's credible. She's been warned in Parliament since the day the regent first made contact with Victoria. Cavendish didn't just invite us to enter Londinium on his lonesome. Each and every Duke was hoping to make a military vassal out of the regent, an assistant to the thorn in their sides. Understand, the Duke of Windermere is no exception. Behind the guise of the artificer's soldier, she obeys the game of logic of aristocrats as much as the rest. She was just the one most important to place us back in the toolbox. From what I hear, Victoria's legendary steam knights don't exist anymore. We do have a noise from this sniffing odor, not good quality for a serviceman. A mercenary general. The Raging Military Commission scheme was a huge success. Pretty crazy. Somehow the Sarkaz had a firm hold on Victoria's capital. The Dukes need an easy to cut off army to put down dissidents. Parliament is desperate for an appropriate defense to avoid any more action like those 2 stupid Dukes' adventures. And their eyes, the Sarkaz came fresh out of civil war on a silver platter, table ready, disposable. Now we've taken the industrial sector, leashed Parliament, and even the Shard will be under our control any day now. The regent's taken Londinium for real. We can't shut the city off. We can stir up conflict, but then what? We'll end up buried together with Londinium under a coalition of foreign militaries. What is the Commission planning? I know I'm being a little too forward, but you draw suspicion by being too obedient. Yet Manfred doesn't even turn to look at me. He's flipping through a book. Untitled. Do mercenaries have so many problems with her? Have I given you too much leeway? I need to know what the goal I'm serving is. Mercenaries, I know, have other tastes. Inquire about the more loose-pocketed employer, or mulling over to Wayla's Sancta caravan. I just have personal habits. Personal habits. The military commission general before me pries his gaze away from the book. I hear his position here isn't just for service rank. I hear his relationship with theirs is very special. Manfred is never defeating the gay allegations, is he? Which means I have to be extra cautious. I dip my head slightly, working to ensure I express enough respect and humility. Is your eye alright? It affects my depth of perception in sword combat. I'll get used to it ASAP. I received your interrogation records. The assassin was an Enos woman, a mercenary alike. You sure didn't expect a Sarkaz like Enos to get brought out by Parliament, especially for a hit on the reagent. Enos is dead, and you lost an eye for it. You'll receive commendations from the military commission. No commendations necessary. Then you'll receive payment in mercenary fashion. After all, you and Enos and the lunatic with W call sign led an active mercenary unit for quite some time. The old Sarkaz was a scar market. Their commendations for you are blinding. Very decisive of you to kill her. the only way a mercenary lives. Will do anything to survive. Even gutting your own colleagues? Even gutting our own colleagues. Oh, he guts her alright. Just in a different way. More on rearranging her guts. Okay, no. That is highly unrealistic. Well, actually, it depends on which end you're going through. If you're going in through the front, then yeah, no, not without causing lethal damage to someone somehow. And you ain't doing that with a fleshy sponge. But from behind, I mean, I guess what's behind the anus is just the intestinal tract. So I guess that counts as the guts. And you just move around, then I guess that counts technically as rearranging someone's guts. Since dragging reels into porn right now. Don't worry, Hoarder, my man. You know, saying his name wrong. One day I will commission that Hoarder X Enos art. The very not safe for kind. No, maybe. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig my hole even further with how the stupid things I'm committing to, saying that I'll pay for eventually, which I may or may not do in reality. I'll commission one not safe work piece and one piece of like a few years later, Hoarder and Enos with a child together. That'll be cute. Why not? Post the safe for work one on the main Reddit. Post the not safe for work one on the porns. Obviously. There's a brilliant tactician. A more brilliant tactician than Manfred is. And I'm sure one day you'll come to dispatch me, won't you? You asked me just now, what could the military condition be planning? Or plan on ground to the point war breaks out. As far as what follows, that will be their plan to make. This place is the heart of hatred, and it will be buried by vengeance. Just as you wrote in these booklets, just as every war we've been through. So you were. Never mind that. Carry on writing. You got a heavy mission. Bear that responsibility. Our military commission's duty in Londinium is fulfilled. With a single activation of the shard, the tempest of war will be unstoppable. In which case, what more could Theresis want to do? What more can we do? What more can you do? And then it cuts to Enos. Here's something for you to do, Hoarder. Right here. Come on, buddy. After the war, of course. Done with your notes. No, I wasn't writing anything. Just giving the sword another polish. Which sword? The mercenary claymore. I haven't used this thing in forever. So heartless. If you want it, you can have it. A present from me to you. A sword, low efficiency, zero interest. He keeps her explosives in her vagina. Singe, stop. You found time to fix your hair. Can't blame you, I guess. We're not gonna have time for the hair gel like you did back in Londinium. Just more convenient this way. Pick up that outfit. Maybe you can keep acting the merc leader, treasurer of the army. What's that thing army guys say? Is your calling to serve? Mercenaries' calling is to get paid, not bereavement. Knock it off and save your spittle, you two. Ben's perimeter scouting radius is this opening. Until they start fighting, yeah. As for now, they're marching. No matter how much the Dukes hate each other's guts, front line's gonna close in sooner or later. Oh, so Paprika is a sarcasm. I'm just stupid. Alright. Such spoilers. Oh no, Paprika lives. Or I probably. Like, the game can be cruel, but I don't think it's that cruel. Also, she's a playable. Well, playable units do die. As for now, they're marching. No matter how much the Dukes hate each other's guts, the front's gonna be closer in sooner or later. Sure, your guy's gonna pass the position. You can literally see the shrouds of catastrophe clouds from here. Catastrophe landing point is a line of fire between the Duke of Wellington and the Nastur King. Chances are the Iron Duke will retreat his front. As for Windmere, you probably won't have it. Spare energy to deploy her own forces until she gets her daughter back inside a nomadic fortress. About that, buddy. My god doesn't have a lot of exit routes from Londinium. Wait, incoming. The shadow's very fast. It's like... Is there a polygonal yarn ball? What? No, it couldn't be. A what? The overall shape is polygonal, but highly irregular. There's arts. High chance the naked eye can't follow it. Or else you wouldn't make it here. Target confirmed. We can only afford a little rough play. Double. Turn back and she's gone. A second later, deafening explosions. Of course. When W says she has a bombast pussy, she means she literally has bombs in her pussy. That is one of her hidey holes. After her. Scale of dust cloaks the entire surroundings. And we're not blind to what either a sizable witchcraft vehicle or a bizarre aircraft. As ever, W kicks off without restraint. If we did graze a lich, I brush away the smoke, but surprisingly I feel myself hit something. What is that? A wire? Silk threads, hanging cross-stitched from the void, and pressing into it again. Mercenaries? What a coincidence. Come at me then. This is where the strange sensations truly start. Her figure snaps into formlessness in an instant, threads swollen and faded. I thrust an arm out with all my strength, but grab nothing but dust. Did she run? I told you, you can't blow this up with bombs. No, she's still around. I have to catch her. Something not quite right. We never pass by an area like this. Nothing here casts any shadow. Is it an illusion? I think there's a bunch of big guys over there, right by the mount. There's some crazy swords. How did they lift them? Mount? Wasn't this a plane? I follow where W is looking. The haze gradually thins, and the scene becomes clear. I gulp. Practically everything about the battlefield leaves my mind. Why would you try to pick a fight with a lich? For what practical purposes is it going to serve? In ancient sarcasm, the ash bleached city lies ahead. Let us hasten. It will admit us. The children of the soil and stone have built city walls on sorrow's ground. Casdo, each syllable is a build journey onto its own. Where is it? From dreams we have departed, seeking to this day. This is Casdo in the past? The age of exile has come to an end. What are they saying? It's an ancient sarcasm dialect. Sorrow's ground, Ashbleach City. I'm having trouble with the rest, I can only guess. I think they mentioned Castle too. Which one? Mentions only Diablo. The Alpha Blow. I'm gonna keep saying it that way. Valor Saka. Valor Saka. Condemnor plan and Quillon of the errant overlord will meet us on our way. Oh, and he is here too. Goldol, the king of Sarkad. Not gonna know these names better. I can almost recite the legends from memory. The first line of Sarkaz I ever read was from the tale of these people. The epic transcribed time and time again, still handed down in castle slums to this day. What these shadows tell is of the second castle that we call the city. After very first Glasgow was laid waste by elders in ancient, there passed over 1,000 years where Castle was no more than a tiny hamlet, massive thatch and wooden fencing, frail, easily destroyed. It was ravaged by the wills of colonizers again and again, and again and again. The Sarkaz were sent into exile, until the moment where Sarkaz had once again accumulated strength, once again rebuilt a true city. They left the wastes that we now have, called Columbia, and came to the heartlands of Terra, and there they lived, and there they died. And then a betrayal, our migration east. And before they gone far, the blue flames of fury were once again betrayed. It's as if Sarkaz history were cursed from that moment on. History's waves have rolled on to the present day, where citadels are incessantly scraped and rebuilt, and still amble about in arm's reach. But the names they speak, those are the city's first kings of Sarkaz. Kings of Sarkaz, 7,000 years ago. Alright, so mental timeline notes. The original Sarkaz defeat was at least 8,000 years ago, by the sounds of it. When did this lich appear before us? How does she have this power? I found my sword across my chest, but it's just a hand. How? How did you produce these things? Considering this castle's historical significance and its impact on the generations to come, legend King Sarkaz have found such widespread in song. But these vagabonds, even we lack such trifling accounts. This is scarcely even witchcraft. It is absolutely not. No original arts could attain this degree of effect. Oh, or perhaps it could. At the very least, a historian would be needed. The trick of physics, projector that forms images from the mist. When did our brother and sister gain such technology? How rude not to share. No, it's off. These pictures are too close to the recorded truth. Be a technological feat. Whence came the material? So this is some kind of arts then. Her hand gently sways in the air, like she's feeling something, studying the colors before her and leaving us to our devices. This unknown person. Is it her speaking, or I'm sort of lost. Her hand gently sways in the air like she's feeling something, studying the colors before and leaving us to our devices. But it's no known category of arts. It's highly likely even that it isn't arts. It is like protocol space, or what I'm referring to about it's called an end field. Because of course end field exists for its sole purpose of spoiling the OG archetypes. That's it, that's its purpose. It doesn't have a coherent story. Monetization sucks. It has a whole lot of problems, but it exists just to spoil on Arcanites. The real Arcanite. No known category of arts. It's highly likely even that it isn't arts. How very strange. Furon Mutt. If Victoria wanted to tame a Furon Mutt for battle, it should have started long ago. What's this bitch even doing? Seems you are not artists. My brain is so fried. You are simply and pure, the ones who blew up my beloved cube. It was very comfortable sitting in it. Blew up her cube. This is her delicious court, Lady Ermengarde. We deeply apologize for using such a method to contact. Every time I see her name, I just think Ermengarde. That's all I think. I don't know what misconception you have of religions, but honestly, it's not that old. Stop count on. I never stop count quickly. For those who know, you know. I'm here to smell your artscape. I certainly do not have the knack to conjure a band of 7 millennium-old vagabonds. What if I use arts to stimulate? Just the most basic, tiny amount of energetic interpretation. Oak. Squall whips up. Vision before anger seeds like to time. The twisted scene returns to normality. A bloodied boulder abruptly appears before us all. Yay, another point in Sark's history. What is this? There's a plot device to let you see different parts of Sark's history for you guys and the players. I checked this area 3 days ago. There's nothing like this here. Guys, hey, order W, snap out of it. Venus is fine, thank the stars. Yeah, just because there's some weird sarcasm shit going on here, and she's pretend sarcasm, not a real one. My blood is boiling. Probably get that checked order. The Mercenaries Day. Little field trip of
Time to go.
character change. Oh, is that what
Are
we're
they
doing
the
now?
ones who caused such destruction and started all this
What?
conflict?
Oh, just... We still on the accent?
迷っている暇はありませんわよ。やるしかない。
Yeah, with artillery.
ドクターと
It's
私、
always artillery.
敵があなたをどこまでも追い詰める。
Forward.
Monster, in position. 準備、やってみる。
Oh, what should I put down? What should go on down
Where's
here
their
so some
most
GPS
annoying
press?
guy? I'll take him down.
You better not snap to these guys at the last possible
そ
second.
の時、そんなに怖くない。
Yielding is not an option.
Whoever said a wheelchair couldn't get up onto the
Think
screen.
that bit.
覚悟はできない。考えなければ。
Hard to
Deployment
monsters
optimized.
and power that much.
Ready to go.
Yielding is not an option.
Very well.
Solidify.
I'm in position. Target quickly.
Time for me to get not scared. You've got guts, but that might be all you've got. Solidify.
Communications. Link. 準備。それでも。
Fool! For what reason hast thou come?
Yielding is not an option.
How's y'all doing over there?
Mission accomplished.
Oh, the artillery dealt with them. Problem solved. Gotcha. Why are you framing it like that? You know what's right in the middle of the fucking screen. Whatever. I never felt my blood flowing so clearly through my own veins. It surges about like crazy, spewing out through my limbs and my cock. Or my cock, not W's. I'm finally converging on my heart again. I rode silent when the medical operators were examining me. They wanted to inject me with, what was it called? I forget. I gave them hell about that. Got the original. I don't want more random junk about my body. Well, fine, I get the message. We need all this blood to live. There is oxygen, yada yada, whatever order once told me once. Right now I'm sick of it. You're my blood, you little shit, so listen to me. If not, you can get the hell out of my body. W, you do not want that. I feel for a dagger at my waist. W, what the hell is wrong with you? Nothing, just some bloodletting. Oh. Odora scrunches his brow, Lich is giving her hand a death grip. Bracket finally dies down. No, I guess we Hardy Bunch actually got used to it. Enos, are you alright? Absolutely nothing's wrong with me. You guys explain. I get it, these rocks don't work on chilly old hags. I bet Kalsa could dance a whole jig here. I believe it. I also suggest you bandage that wound. I cut surgical. Avoid the arteries. So this is an anti-sarcasm installation. Something to do with the blood. Sarcasm, blood, hit. It's a difficult guess. Witchcraft device hasn't properly activated. I drew past this area on the uneasy feeling I had. Here lies the main event. Little wonder the tutors were always so cautious with matters of Londinium. Blood does activate for real. All sarcasm explode and die, and the Sandwar throws our blood all over the Victorians. No vehicle tracks in the vicinity. No signs of transport. They took these giant crystals, crossed all these miles, then set them down here directly. Somehow it won't be the first time I've heard something like that. Even Lady Ermengarde. I'm guessing you have nothing to do with this either. Natural, but just can't accomplish the sort of thing. The space we research isn't this one. Also, if I'm not mistaken, you recognize me just now. What door was it? I've had an eye on your books before. Some of your manuscripts are even in circulation among Lithuanian sarcasms. You have any leads for us? Why should I be helping you? You blew up my little cube. Bitch just shot me a glance. Hey, you don't know how much I'm looking forward back, holding back from stuffing a bomb in that chest cavity of yours. All sarcasm mercenaries so eager to die these days. He says one more word, I'm seriously gonna do it. Forget it. Alright, W, go do your thing. Let's talk about the illusion just now. That was vested, spatial one, temporal one. We were looking for vehicle tracks just now. The illusion was it. Some kind of special arts is affecting this place. But that wasn't original arts, and it wasn't sarcasm witchcraft. These art circles are related to vampires. The illusion was definitely related to art circles. There's no direct line connecting them. Perhaps these are leads you can use. Opposition or religious state. Same as ever, made no promises. But we have no information no informant telling us. Castle has had witches showing up too. Usually never make appearances in Castle. Well, just babble, join the infected organization, ended up in Londinium, and you still kept an intelligence net up in Castle. Are you really just a mercenary? I feel like with your competences you could get hooked up as, oh boy, Jesus fucking Christ, fuck. Yes, that's Watcher in Lithuania. Lithuania, Germany or something. Oh, except your arts is a little mediocre. Personal habits. Personal habits. The battlefield is extensive. How do you think you'd stop me if you wanted to leave it all whisper? We were looking for us too. Technically, I'm more interested in you specifically. Do you sarcas always have to talk in riddles? Floor 1 interruption from Enos. Just getting impatient. Nice. They're drawing everyone's attention while I'll kill the son of a lich dip. Feeling you getting used from Casdell naturally means our siblings' axe has been just feigning ignorance. Oh. Go use the back. Hello, I have returned. Oh, stop breaking. Neck. Be intact for once. Actually surprisingly comfy. Sitting around at home with some light. There's some light on, but it's sort of like more like a, like a cozy evening type of light. There's some. It's not like pitch black in here, because that would be uncomfortable. If I had all my lights off and just a computer like me, that would be no big. Oh, want more Singe fun facts? Je parle un petit de français, or something like that. It's probably horribly wrong. I did 2 years of French in college. I've forgotten most of it. Well, sort of. Maybe? I don't know. It's weird. Who is where and what point in the story? Looking at streams to pop on. Or I already have streams popped on. Now, if you want to pop this cherry right here. Okay, no. No, hold on. Fuck. Please do not try to. I do not wish to have my cherry pop by some random person on the internet. It sounds horrifying. Alright. Given the news from Casdale, that naturally means our siblings act in just feigning in ignorance. We need to give Theresis some flex room. We're taking control of Casdale right now. Everyone's come to Victoria, so someone's gotta look after the place. What flex room? I can hold a celebration fest. Yeah, that's the first part of the plan. Then we declare National Foundation Day and so on. Haha, no more jokes now. W doesn't like it when people talk back to her better. That is just the first part of the plan. Theresis and Theresa have no plans for evacuation at all. It seems they really do want Londinium to be the battlefield for a face-off against all the lands. We have no idea what's given them so much confidence. If their plan, brother and sister, then they must have some means in place already. So if they do succeed, then that means we'll have to rebuild Casdale, rebuild the Sarkaz's Haven. If they fail, Sarkaz fail here, then we'll lose an entire generation of youth, and maybe their youth that was to come. After the expedition of 200 years ago, most nations had no clue about the present state of Casdale. They weren't even interested. Until all this, a lot of Victorian worthies believed Casdale was just a pile of ruins. Before the Civil War, with Her Highness Theresa's establishment, Casdale had a nascent nomadic city. Until Theresis messed the whole thing up. Now Casdale is just a super giant witchcraft tractor. The kind that's got bolts in place popping off while it trottles along. Casdale wouldn't stand up to anything you could call a war, but the reagent just so happens to be a start in one. Once it begins, every spy will have made contact with Casdale. How will those nations staying on the fence regarding sarcasm in the territory? Right, you're a pessimist. Good, so am I. So part 2 of the plan. Let's just hang back in Casdale have formulated the plans to break the place up. If Theresis fails, Casdale will immediately split into pieces, maybe a dozen or more, taking their affiliate residents, as per the appointed clans units, off to hide deep in the Barrens. About planning balanced production and ensuring Casdale becomes a nomadic city isn't without meaning. Just Sarkaz, the enmity of the rest of mankind is a catastrophe. Casdale will greet another age of exile. Again, with the exile. What kind of crap is this? If we're not exiles, alright. Then there's some nomadic city where all live happy lives, sipping afternoon tea, watching the catastrophe clouds roll by. The Sarkaz are strongly united at this point. Not at all the way I hoped, but purely in terms of endpoint. Theresis has done it. But unity could mean more than just vengeful massacre. Despite that, unity being founded on hatred and war. That's no easy ask toward her, my brother. Casdale is more than a city. It's every person who calls it home. In the original plan, Casdale didn't need that many inhabitants, and they wouldn't let us take that many anyway. Back then, this war in Victoria, the sooner the better. If we can't take back hate, then at least we can do is turn it to fuel the Casdale sports of Casdale, and every life to the Casdale of the future may well be vital. Easy said for you. We just touched on a method for moving supplies and people over long distances. That might be what we've been after this whole time. What serves as the military commission's lifeline in Londinium. I'll find it and seize it. I was able to bring us to Londinium, so I can take us home too. Where everyone's buried 6 feet under. You aren't certain to succeed, you're just a mercenary. A place to call home, somewhere you can always return to. Theresa. All this time I've been trying to keep that name separate from this war. Her Highness. How can a war like this before let anyone rest in peace? I bet it's some diversion by Atheris' bastard. He killed Her Highness, and he's still blaspheming her. I'll make him beg for forgiveness on his hands and knees. And once he's done, then I'll turn his skull into fireworks. Finding you is the right choice. I'll take your plans as the stance of Babel survivors and informed villages. Thank you. But you blew up my cube. How do you want me to get back on foot? 8 kilometers northwest, there's a Sarkaz transport camp. Go and steal their car. Need us to help? Forget it. I don't want her catching me again and finding out I've been making deals with you on the sly. So good luck to you, and may you still be alive to make good on your promise after meeting her. Yeah. Hold on. You guys getting this familiar feeling? What are you talking about? What am I talking about? I have no idea. Damn it, Horror should be the one saying moldy crap or moody crap like this. But still, what's bugging me? Her. Sir. She's her. Not far off, there's someone sitting on a mountain peak, just on the edge of where the original illusion vanished. She's sitting there, like she doesn't have a care in her heart. Her long pink hair draped over her shoulders, as it always was. Oh. No look in her eyes. That's sorrowful. I look away. How is this happening? How? No, that's no illusion. The one I saw, I knew it wasn't. That's her. She's her. Your Highness? She's gone. I want to reach out to. No, forget it. Maybe I should save it for next time. Besides, she couldn't have been real anyway. She just really looked like her. An indistinguishable forgery, able to fool it. Almost any pair of screwy messed up eyeballs.
All must return to the existing order. None may disobey the rules.
Oh look, it's. I wonder why there's a purple lizard-like skeleton. Everything's purple. Who could it be? Who could it be? Could it be a certain Eblana? Oh, I don't know. Oh, mouth. Sure, very rare. Yeah, I figured. What's this called? Anguish hangs o'er. Alright, let's continue. Jump. On for a sticker. The entire forest seems to swim in it. I confess, I'm not so familiar with Castle at all. By the end of the Banshee's court part in the war 200 years ago, I was gone from the city. It was in the calm palace of the Banshees I came to of age. I asked my mother why, being one of our 6 heroes, she would choose to leave Castle to say she once fought to the bitter end for it. My mother issued no response at the time. She plucked a few reeds from the riverbank and wove a necklace for me. The stamps twisted around about each other, head to tail, tail to head. It was beautiful and I treasured it, in the most genuine sense, yet very soon it withered and faded, fell to scattered pieces. Mother told me how this was the Banshee's most traditional art form. We weave song and incantation, just as we weave necklaces of grass. But now we had the entire Con Palace. They needed not to be forged, not to be bothered, and so year after year they grew forever. The Banshees sang our elegies, but the elegies were no supplication of the end, rather their anticipation of new life. This is Sarkaz's need, not to hold a dead city standing, but to grow. Highly disconcerting. Environment Doctor. We were in the thick of the forest. Only moments ago. What laid before us became nothing as alike as the fog settled in. A calm ballast. Is this all an illusion, Logos? The Doctor is considerably wounded, but her tone of voice is steady once more. Ascalon silently carries the still unconscious Amiat, taking the very front. She remains as ever, lips sealed, but I can sense her current silence is a more bleak one than before. I remember at the time of her hurried rendezvous with me, that flicker of an expression I found hard to discern. Mirages are spins from nothingness. Their scenes are more fictions than the mind, bound to return to nil no matter how lifeline. This place is not. Everything here truly did exist once upon a time. Constructing a mirage like this requires not just intelligence and information, time and space. It's too difficult. Bone whistle. Now this calm ballast. I've always loved it. Yes, the whistle of the banshees. Doesn't necessarily entail original Mars. When we were young, we'd learn it by the riverside. We'd sit along the underbrush and wait still, until the great fin gobbed small bug, until fowl be snatched up the great fin. That is where the bone whistle is played. What's this scenery doing here? How do we get out? I'm trying. Original Mars hasn't this power. The power of this can only be something more ancient. This should have come about in the battlefield at this moment, in all Londinium's periphery. Everything we're seeing and hearing could pass for real. Our squad is not in good condition. We need to up our vigilance. At the convalescence's other end, there seems to stand someone, dead still, silent. Mother. Locals, what's wrong? Nothing. I said try to tear this landscape apart directly. They carry some risk with vessels. They must be in some version of what comes known as protocol space in Enfield. I don't know whether it'd be safe to leave this place, Ascalon. Ascalon nods, handing me over to the Doctor, who strains to hold her up by the arm that isn't hurt. Ascalon, Master Assassin, vanishes in the blink of the mist. Into the mist. I shut my eyes and prepare, concealing destruction, imagining reconstruction. Figure appears again, this time atop one of the convalescent's crests. She seems to look at me, but she is as if a thin slice of the past, stuck frozen in some older time. I know that crest was full well. When I was young, I practiced incanting there, under twilight fell, and she would show up behind me. I would never know exactly what she had come. But she would just stand there, as she does now in this mirror. And once I exhausted myself, we would go home together. I feel for my bone whistle, as cold as pale ice, just like the first time I was given it. Not long ago, I sounded it to the closure of the Nazi's court. But the time before that was back in this convalescence. I'll be leaving tomorrow for Babel. Yes. You're master of the Elegant Court now. Remember to send Her Highness 3 some of my greetings. Still doesn't feel real to me, Mother. I'm too young to be a master of Royal Court. Now, what makes you say that? Anyone can see how remarkable you are. Keep this safe. Well, your bone whistle. I've turned it for you. And given it to the Royal Crest. Of course, it gets full of magic too. Alright, simply sound it, and all the sarcasm will know it, as the will of the knell. What shall Lord of Banshees do? Do what you must believe, or do what you believe you must. I once talked to you about those ravings of mine. Fettered sarcasts have no escape, just as necklaces used to weave around together for me, they give them out of pieces in the end. But what fetters us is our identity, to what we belong. The Royal Court and perhaps the King of Sarkans. But still, you bestow this aspect on me. Our bones never leave again, giving you life. Should annihilation reach its destination. And yet, that is the rule. We sound the knell for all, for others, for ourselves. This is a necessary burden. If you feel our time-worn inheritance has been reduced to naught but a stepping stone to new life, then it is for you to ascertain that for yourself. Supposing that does not change your mind, then from death comes new life. Rest will on my lips. Exhale. Why am I? Now well done. O tender little Lord Banshees, for whom does your first sledging knell toll? For myself. For Elcor, I would rot, past and future all. Okay, I must write a new verse. What is the meaning there is in the stagnant landscape? Stagnant landscape. The words power burst forth. This is Vampire's Witchcraft. Vampires can never construct landscape or just him. I fear some other presence helping him. What's Vampire planning to do with these art circles? They burn to keep me as for it. Doctor lifts their head with some worry, talking about the giant sanguine-colored crystals. Loop here isn't even complete. Some of his symbols are legible. Purify. He's trying to affect our blood somehow. Like Sarkhan's blood. The artistry is tied to Sarkhan's power. Doctor gives no response, seeming lost in thought. Hey. I ran out of patience. Back them long ago. Handful of boorish wanderers. The derangement of our space-time was masking their figures, and now, with the mist abated, they finally show up. Already, the silver glinting Aston's hand has cut across their necks, while Bone Renai's head is closer. Bump a dirt. The square as a child would be. Huh. Wait. I told you to work for real. Close, for the real deal. Ah, he's a child. Is that you? Doctor know this sarcasm girl? Yeah, doctor, right? Sound the munition factory in Hybrid. What are you doing here? They knocked out Taurus and sarcasm? Flying goods to refugees in Northport. How do you know that? Don't let it slip. I was just I don't think the girl is looking too good, is she? And your arm is all. I guess you guys are fine hanging out with these sarcasms. We end up back where we came, but do we do it for real this time? I met enough haloed monster things for one day. This is so out of whack. Pop back out, what are you talking to ghosts for? One in the hood, one unconscious bunny, and a sarcasm. No driver, they're real. As in, real? Sarcasm steps up to me, skeptically looking me up and down. I can tell with a glance she's never taken the bout. Her hands are caused in the wrong place. Just now, the young paprika girl called her driver. Hello. What? Alright, come check this out, it's real. Your clothes must have cost some money, didn't they? Maybe take a close look. No. Never mind. Trust you, Ursus Bumpkins, not to know. Split it with your old one from Casdell already, shopkeep, but you matter. All you do there is run a grocery store. Oh wait, forget, you sold your store to come pick bites out of your hop. Flip up a little. Stop getting carried away in front of people. Oh, haha. I have met in Castle before. My grocery store is fairly popular. Man in the game shopkeep rubs his hands, eyeing me with ingratiation. Dagger auxiliary or gym arts apparatus. Never an affordable piece of kit. Shaman's all new dagger itself in blue. Will you borrow a royal court? Yes. I can tell by your regalia. I take it you're the child of soil and stone. So he hasn't the first clue about any court at all. I am Banshee. Boy Banshee. I thought Banshees were meant to be all girls. Right. No, never mind about any boy Banshee at all. Never heard about any boy Banshee laws in Casimir's. Not that I meant to be impolite or, you know. Brick, are you friends with celebrities like him? You never told us. No, I don't know if we know each other. Are you moving things? Inside their truck, I know a sun-covered spot where a few blood-streaked crystals are poking out. Where are transporting those goods to? Aren't these ritual materials? I don't really know how to explain. We're just patrolling along our route map because some art circles might be a little damaged and we need to repair them. The doctor makes brief eye contact with me. I have some inkling. Packhouse truck, a vehicle that can take us through the battlefield. In its current condition, we won't be rendezvousing with the main unit on foot. You can sense Ascalon. Also have to go in the shadows, ready to strike at the amateur squad before us. Evidently, the doctor already has a better idea. Noble bench, sire. Go across the battlefield alive at this rate. I beg you, just let us go. Comprehend the doctor's gist, but I'm really not well versed when it comes to this. I commandeer your transport squadron. We are on a special mission of the utmost nature. But we were sealed en route. For your assistance, I will memorialize you forevermore. Be our honors, sir. Member of the royal court, your highness. Just being memorialized by a death-tolling banshee doesn't seem like much of a fortune, could you? Here is your payment. Thank you. 1 cent mechanic stuffed in my bag. Thank you, sire. Passport to you. Explain to your superiors afterward. Official mission. Why bring these two outboards along? Here are my captains. Captains, but do you Okay, go on to the door, the letter, and come see General Manfred. Now, we gotta start off some positions. Doctor comes to my side, voice created. Logos figure out a car for Ascalon. I'm sorry, attack was no simple. They and Vampire were working together, but in the process, they estranged Mia from the ship. Doctor, are you worried? Whether until Salvation Corps troops don't have any suitable combat personnel between. Else it's wounded. Finding's powerful, but the compulsory are sure to have methods prepared just for her. I understand. Amia's in may not be curable with medication. What she needs most right now, or she comes to, does not fall into compulsory's line of sight. Operating under this squad's support will be safe. We'll get Ascalon to bring back Elsa. We got you here. Besides, we stand with our circle of pit platforms in your stomach. Say no more, no problem. These crystals aren't just simple origin. From the blown up people. Are they? Maybe I'm wrong.
Time to go.
Prepare yourselves. The battlefield might get a little crazy once I make my move.
Goddamn artillery.
Compassion saves no one. on the battlefield.
Doctor, there's enemies!
Forward. Yielding is not an option. Where's the most dangerous spot? Send me there. This will be over soon. Solidify.
Switching forms. Doctor, この黄昏の楽園に私は君臨し続ける。
Solidify. Yielding is not an option.
Oh, I should try out an etcher. 次はあなたにどこまでも追い詰める。
This will be over soon.
Go ahead. Target eliminated.
Don't panic. What a pity.
Very well.
Oh boy, he can get exploded
Yielding
now.
is not an option.
Huh? What? Wait, fudge. Huh? Oh fuck.
Yielding is not an option.
人形がかりそめの命を宿す。
Kill that. Damn. Bubble. Ow.
This will be over soon.
So this is your judgment.
Yielding is not an option. It's my turn. Don't panic. Not me.
The fool flaunting his gallantry.
Life withers and
Okay.
dissipates.
Coolest thing is in this world. Total darkness nor endless torment. No dark alley filled with murders. A gentle hand pulls you out of a nightmare just as you thought it was over, and all the pain would come to an end. Only for you to realize that salvation was just a cruel joke, a briefest pipe for falling further into darkness. One greater suffering is gazing upon you with the sorrow within the stone's throw. Oh, this before such mockery. Delphin, do you want to join us? The Gwynir's coffin is being transported with approaching battleships. Some of the refugees have taken it upon themselves to organize a funeral procession in their gratitude. Keeps looking at the place where her mother had fallen, even though any trace of blood is long gone. May not be a good idea to invite her. I'm already starting to regret it. Can you thank them for me, Vina? I want to stay here a while longer. What did they say to you? Nothing. I'll just stay a little longer and cool my head. The sword guards board and Lily arrive in an escort fleet. Most of them kept silent while the nobles panicked. Hold on one second. I tried to help that soldier. The Empire reached out his hand. Whether it was an obvious trap or not, Mother was wounded because of it. With information and fallen soldiers, Torgarth do not defend their troops. Their only goal is to fulfill their mission. They face a powerful foe beyond their imagination. Delphin. Staff officers think there's too much personnel sentiment in this reckless operation. They never support it. Not to believe the reason Mother died. A hero should not die for the weak. Enduring. Gaze at the late arriving battleships. They stand here flying high. I'm reminded already. I'm doing as best I can to help them. That's all I can do with the amount of medicine available. Thank you, Doc. Let's go, General Tower. All troops to report back. Have some things that belong to you. These were the Duke's gifts to you. And you have her sword. This may sound impudent. I hope you will come back to the ironclad Gallivey with us. Whatever senior officer saved, nothing can change the fact that you are the heir to the title of Duke of Widmere. I think about it. Right now I just want some quiet. How are things? Like a bunch of people, many more remain. But rough moment really. Yeah. Fine, isn't we guys trained our officers really well. You and now General Dav Widmere continue to plot the next course of action according to the plan. But what about Delphin? You let the Stalbers officers are planning to abandon her. I don't know. I didn't worry what they might do to Delphin as the heir. He's not ready. Duke Widmere was a strong leader. For sword guard for Johnstown, he also appeared good at Victoria role. The she herself, she made an admirable, reckless decision for the sake of her daughter. The decision saved a bunch of lives, so it didn't. Not criticize you, I respect it. But it means that Delphin is being abandoned by what her mother, Duke Widmere, built on her own. What do we do now? They took some of the refugees. Can we really trust them? We follow the tales of nobles in the common battle. You didn't take everyone. That's not right. If once you could take everyone, there's no reason that so many battleships couldn't. What's the movement? I thought the ship's engines were out. The window. Dust flies from the escort fleet that was only just wanted with us. Stand away. Delphin. She stands on the deck where her mother left the door, holding her mother's sword in arms, as she did before we went below. Wind sweeps at her short hair. Her solitude makes her even smaller than she is. What's going on? Only then did she come out of her stupor. I see nothing anger, fear, or sorrow I expect to see. She's wearing barely any emotion at all. Only calm, flat disappointment, and a quiet so deep it is painful to see. They are gone. Her voice trembled a little, but still too calm. When the civilians down below wing see a Duke of Widmere's coffin on. Those bastards didn't mind running innocent people over. What's going on? This wasn't part of the orders. Maybe there was a miscommunication. We still have a few good IFVs. We head back to Ironclad and get confirmation. Ah. Now gazed upon the tail of a battleship so intently. How ridiculous. Mark stepped away and blood left arm closed. Lingering reminder is cool attack. Several hours have passed since we left Duke Windmere's flagship. Bad news keep coming. We did a head count of the ship. The doctor, Amiya, and Ascalon were not there. Only have time to do a brief search, which came up with empty. All I can do is keep faith in his strength. For some reason, I think back to Amiya's lean shoulders. Following help with him. Apology that this group can no longer afford. Stop dialing. Fine. I really can't go any further. I'll help you if I have to. Yeah, stay with the armor if you want to live. I just have to impress her. I have a condition. Oh, Dawn, this isn't just about your life. Hands off, Norport, Helen. I'm just carrying out my orders. You're not trained soldiers. They've been a forced march for 5 straight hours. They don't have any strength yet. They can lie down and die. Time to save their lives. Everything can be salvaged and make it back to Ironclad Gallipoli. They need to stop and rest. I said, it's not just them. It's for you too, Anson. I know your condition. Not many soldiers left behind, but I know almost all you are infected. Oh, what that's like. This once. You're Duke Windmere's man. Do not let your actions defile our memory. Infection, a curse they fear more than any other. I don't have to ship that bad. Find the growing black crystals on her bandage. Fool yourself. I'm sorry, I just don't say that last word. I'm fine. I'm fine. Did keep a low profile on the barons and avoid drawing sarcastic attention. Sir, I. Gandar, villain is trying to kill you need to rest, Lieutenant. No, seeing the Marx's plan. We can reach Hill 31 by midnight at our current pace. We established communication with Ironclad Gallipoli there. Once we're in touch with Diplomatic's fortress, we are truly safe. If we wait until the morning, I doubt this group is ready to face a sarcastic hand. A ranking officer and de facto commander here, and the ship's doctor. You know as well as I do, they're trying to catch a fast battleship with our own feet. We're trying to catch a fast battleship with our own feet and a few tanks. I respect your decision, Lieutenant, but don't even know why those battleships left. They didn't respond to your hails at the time. Why do you think the fortress will open its gates to us? I checked on the group. There are less than 3 companies of battle-effective soldiers and nearly 1,000 refugees fallen in tow. By the time the march that you had in mind is done, there will be less than 20% left. Good enough, alright? Listen. Your boys my kid. I meant 20% of your soldiers, and none of the refugees. Sir, whisper, whisper. I need not hear what they're saying. I saw what happened. Someone bled his last in the long, silent wall of people. Left behind a long trail of blood mixed in with the mud. The lieutenant's silence hardly lasts 2 breaths. Slow down a little. We'll keep going. Yeah. My fist leaves its mark on his face. I heard a crisp sound. I think I dislocated his jaw. Damn, dislocate my jaw neck up. Quickly puts his jaw back in place. Must have dealt with this sort of thing a lot. Damn, how much of a bitch you have to be? You assaulted a soldier, hooligan. I could have you executed under Victorian service law. I mean, I know you don't like to bring it up very much, but, you know, awkward moment. You stand up. You could try to execute, or we can keep going. The fist solution that can only be used once in a while. Unless you're in bed, then more than once. Oh. Dagda, Morgan, and Andra stand in front of the soldiers on edge. The civilians surround the silent. Reminds me of how I used to fight turf wars on the streets. Stand down, do not open fire. They called you siege, didn't they? They're telling stories they're actually highborn or something. And with that accent, I'm a hooligan, leader of the Glasgow gang. Fine, I don't care. Listen, I'm a soldier that's pledged his loyalty to Duke Windmere. My duty is to fulfill the mission handed down by my commander. I'm waiting for you to wipe the blood from your mouth. Give up, your elbow is about to dislocate. Some sacrifices are acceptable in order to protect the many. And just who are the many? We've taken a good look at who you're leading. Fine. Fighting soldiers, silent civilians, the infected and the wounded. The people standing around us. Ugh, I've had enough. Want to tell them? Those who escaped, tell it in the report. I'm still looking out for them. There's still someone who cares about them. Might makes right. Law of the streets, Lieutenant. I'm telling you now that they're going to make camp here, and they're going to arrest. We must reconsider our course of action. If we're cut off in the main force of ironclad Gallivy, everyone is going to die when we run into the Sarkaz. Every last enough. Don't insult the memory of Duke Windmere anymore, Lieutenant. Sure, if you think you're part of our army. How could you? Elvin clutches the hilt of her sword. Surprised, young man surprised Lieutenant Shearer. He's surprised and angry. I'm sorry, you have provided medical aid to everyone on the ship before ironclad Gallivy have abandoned us. Delphin, your clothes and the sword. A little big for me, isn't it? So she's doing the Jotaro cosplay now. I need you all to hear me out. Lieutenant Lee. Yes, we formed a small squad and picked a tank in best condition. You can leave at any time. Our squad will travel light and quick. They can reach the marked location before dawn. We put those clothes on. Maybe what they represent still means something to someone. Welcome to my troops, Lady Delphin. They will follow your orders until I return. Last time, my lady. Here to Windmere. No matter what happens, you should come with us. Sorry, but I must stay. This is my promise to the people. They need to know that Victoria is not abandoned. They need to know hope. They need this hope to keep going. We can only trust each other now. We must trust each other. If a departure with escorts was just a misunderstanding or a mutiny by a few, then Ironclad and Gallivy will welcome us, whether I'm there or not. Then if not. The lieutenant's eyelid twitches. Delphine's words are certain subversive. My presence only makes things worse. At least to live. My lady, this is not my one hide down. You can let me go first. You let me go the first time. Perhaps I'll respect my mother. Perhaps I'll have a sense of pity, but you won't give me a second chance. Trust my comrades and officers' loyalty to Duke. Please take this looking beak, Lady Delphine. I promise to bring back good news. As for you, in case it's calm behind me, I clench my fist, preparing for a sucker punch. You've got some hard knuckles. Take care, Lady Delphine. Cheers, Lieutenant. Siege. We checked out on the reinforced refugees from Norborn. As Duke Windmere had given orders behind our backs. Things were chaotic when we boarded the ship. We couldn't find one who executed the order. Regardless, their screening was impeccable. There's no sign of infection among the refugees in the group. But now, rip the infected refugees. Welcome back to our Lieutenant Department. Of course. Many soldiers who fought amidst Sarkaz witchcraft are showing acute infection symptoms. The soldiers got orpathy fighting the Sarkaz. How could their comrades just abandon them like that? An old military tradition, not strictly a Victorian one, is the same in Casimiris versus Gaul. The effect are not in camps. More conscientious commanders might put the infected in their own unit and send them on most dangerous missions. But we're military, there's far too much uncertainty in infected and their uncontrolled arts. Don't much there is this. I want ever to see it. Looking back on history, the infected make up a relatively small portion of the armies in time of war. Acceptable losses in exchange for stability on front lines. Let's see when in textbooks of Royal Military Academy. It's just honorable martyrs who died for the glorious foundation. Now, no need to get violent, ladies. I'm here to talk. We're not. Kill him. Let me be clear that the death of Her Grace Duke Windmere has nothing to do with the part of Victoria that I serve. Hilarious. In fact, I bring my sincere condolences, Lady Delphine. My own position aside, I believe she lived brighter than any hero in the Battle of the Four Emperors. But now, who will fill the gap that her death leaves behind? Who can step up to her place in the grand strategic theater? Duke Wellington is an accomplished soldier, but I know he has no intention of giving it his all. Duke has time for coordinating everything. Finding here that the Duke Windmere is a big problem. You brought news quickly, didn't you? Well, my business to know. You be familiar with our line of work. Where are you here from? I suggest you think carefully about the next words coming out of your mouth. Flowers for the hero, Lady Windmere, and a gift of rations and ammunition. In exchange for, you know full well, Your Royal Highness, the scrap metal known as the Size of King. To be honest, I have no use for the sword personally. If you want to trade, sure. My conditions are simple. Take that damnable sword of stone of yours and bring it to the front lines, where the storm blows the fiercest, where fire falls the hardest. You can get lost if you plan to keep the sword safely in your ear or prop up a tent for kings and nobles to drink tea beneath. If you really want to bring this thing to the last and provide shelter for Victoria's warrior citizens, poor souls have lost their homes. If it is a shelter for all, whether the son of a blacksmith or a daughter of a teacher, whether they pay in the name of Victoria or carry weapons of their make. And by all means, you can have this piece of metal. Come to me with the stone of the sword. Fill the ash. I promise that I will never fall behind you on the front lines, not by a single step. Oh my. This is beyond my discretion. I'm just an envoy after all. Her Grace the Duke of Castor has the final decision. And go to your master. Come back to me once you have an answer for my dear aunt. I'll do my best, Your Royal Highness Alexandria. But this is just a promise on a personal. What follows now is off the record. Some personal opinions, not a troublemaster, but of Sir Suffolk Bellingham. A new voice is not necessarily bad. Taken in infected soldiers. Well, not many more, and and many more civilians, but the point stands. That's all good and fine, but it's not enough. You need an army, your own army. Your army with a place for them. You. Surprise, perhaps it's a Castor trick, but he is encouraging me to form my own reunion. It's like you really did turn off your sound recorder. Can't do it for too long. Colleagues start getting suspicious, you know. My grandmother was executed after getting infected in the War of Four Nations. When she left, she told me with a laugh that there was less than 3% chance of getting Orpathian battle. It was only when I inherited the title and looked through the records and archives that I learned. 3% figure has been used for centuries. It has never changed, even though we're using more original machines and more complex strategy arts in modern warfare. Perhaps you haven't noticed because all you see is a small corner of the belt. Certainly the Dukes haven't noticed because they have their sights set way too far away, but I have. The infected problem in the Victoria Army is serious on an unprecedented scale. Everyone exercises restraint in a conflict between civilized nations. No one wants their camp to be filled with ticking living time bombs or sees a dirty city covered in original dust. But now, our enemy is the sarcasm. If you really mean to do this siege, then it has the potential to be a good thing for your reputation, for my career, perhaps even for your country. Thanks for concern. My friends and I know the infected better than you do. We'll be fine. Very well. Oh, by the way, I have some scrap equipment from here that nobody wants or cares about. Leftovers, you know. You can have them. It's all trash, after all. Very well then. It'll be actually that's not a giant, completely a giant brick. It's still somewhat a brick, but not 100%. How much do you believe him? I would rather believe that even someone like him could not stay out of this conflict. What did he leave behind? Recording and coordinates? Sound. Buzz. Need support. Deadlift. Surrounded. Campus platoon. Request an aid.
Mission accomplished. There is one more thing though. Logistics gave me far too much tea and cake. Would everyone like to help me lighten the load?
On a soda. Or is this soda? This is iced tea. Well, out of trashy drinks. We'll get some more in a sec. Alright, I'm gonna get some more. I'll be back. listen to this? Sarkaz Furnicide Tales? More like Sarkaz Fables? I mean, more like Sarkaz Persona. Hey, oh, I'm gonna stop. Just move on. Move on, Singe. Right. I was the first to see the scout. While I scouted the silent government buildings next to the plaza on the other bank, his dead body drifted in the water, still grabbing the reeds by the bank. It seemed he gave up trying to survive. Not far from him, his journal lay quietly in a waterproof pouch. Last entry read just before his departure. I volunteered for this mission to deliver to SOS. I wouldn't come back, whether I succeed or fail. No one will survive. Crossed out. His journal indicates that the defenses of Chatley are in dire straits. See the crossing on the other side? Barriers have been sunk. Horn's squad has been completely cut off from the outside. 2 days ago, the soldier tried to cross the river under the cover of darkness, but was shot by a Sarkaz patrolling on the opposite bank. There is no word from the troops that were garrisoning the city hall. The soldier's journal made me uneasy. 23 soldiers, 2 squads. Other than the city hall, silent in darkness, the rest of the buildings around the plaza have been reduced to smoldered ruins by artillery fire. At least the tragedy hammers one thing. No one can truly escape death on the battlefield. The Camus River runs to the east and north of the side of the plaza. The crossing to the east is under Sarkaz control. The lights coming from the south should be the Sarkaz camp. They've holed up in the city hall for more than 2 weeks. The journal is accurate. The last bridge that connects the city hall to the residential district on the other side of the North Bank was attacked no less than 2 days ago. It's possible they're cut off from all supplies. Out of ammo and out of food. What do we do? Not the time to worry about that here. We might as well just cross the river and see for ourselves. We can't cross without a plan, Hannah. If we're discovered... Actually, Hannah's words made me think. Been unable to reach Horn's squad by radio. Restoring communications is the first priority. Me, Hannah, Morgan, and Dagda swim across the river and see what the situation is inside City Hall. That's too dangerous, Venna. You realize we're the best people for this job. The only people for this job. We're Rhodes Island operators, a small squad. Specs, ops is our game. And we're Norport gangsters who know how to get into a place and get back out again unnoticed. We have a few volunteer soldiers and civilians who want to offer support for the legendary Tempest platoon, but there are only so many people we can bring. Too many people to stay behind for defense with Lieutenant Shearer gone. I hardly hear what Vinna is saying. Is it a bad joke by Triple Asher, or is this how the battlefield is? The call for help, deciding whether to answer, and the sacrifices that must be made to help the laws of the battlefield. I know what you're thinking, Delphine. There are personnel sentiments involved, but I can't ignore the SOS. They're good soldiers, and will be of help if they're still alive. Alright, I trust your judgment. Stay behind with these men, Delphine. We need to help you. Keep watching. Lose our signal, pick them and get out of here. Alright. Come back alive. Okay, we're on the bank. Keep your eyes out for any patrols. 2 Sarkaz standing guard at the crossing. 1 to Hannah's 3 o'clock, another in the building. Roger. Draw the attention to the first, and Hannah, I will do this together. And Hannah and I will do this together. 3, 2, 1, go. The light in the window goes out. All is well. Wait, foul beast. Black foul beast flies out of the hut at the crossing, flies in a circle above, then heads towards the sarcasm camp. Then up. An agile shadow leaps across the moonlight from the roof of the hut and grabs the foul beast. Got him. Military foul beast, you spooked a hand. Sorry, I didn't notice. No signs of sarcasm. The city hall. Lots of bodies in the plaza. It's too dark to identify them. Ready to go in. See the bridge that connects the residential district, but the barricades on the other side of the bridge are blocking the view. Get to the top of the city hall. Try to get a better vantage. Roger. Entrance has been boarded up. Over here, a gap has been blown into West Hall. Wide enough for us to go in. Good. Do you see Horn Squad? Not yet. Stop. Something's moving. Radio sounds. Possible one in the building watching the residential district. Allegiance unknown. Watching my signal. Sarcasm profanity. What's the sound on this frequency? Who? Signal goes silent. I not hear anything from them for the next 10 minutes. How am I met at the building? What's the situation with the surrounded troops? Has Vince's group been discovered? Completely in the dark. Crouched in the dirt on the banks, I feel my heart beat harder every throb. Heartbeats merging with the river, resonating with the flow, going faster and stronger. I see you. They've been discovered. Someone's waving from the top of the building. The moonlight at her back. It's Vinna? Stage here. Warren, Town's platoon, do you hear me? We got your SOS. Confirmed your location. The bridge head at the residential district on the other side. We're coming to help. Booze, booze. I hear cheers coming from the radio. They did it. Sorry about that. The men are excited for our first bit of support. Should be able to talk normally now. Horn, we can help your squad evacuate. Thanks, we're not evacuating. There's something in this town that the Sarkas want, and they won't abandon their assault. The nearest Victorian battalion received their SOS will arrive within 1 week. Must guard the entrance until then, and ensure the safety of the survivors of Chetwood. Radio noise. We voted on this. The decision was unanimous, including Misery. Much obliged. Dead silence. She sounded like she was talking about the weather. A vote on battlefield. The only two choices you get to vote are life or death. Now seems lost in thought. What decisions would I make? What decision would Mother make? Then, just a gamble, having a bolder plan. Care to hear it? I didn't support Vinna because she is the heir to the throne. She's brave, competitive, hates losing. Some will call her reckless, but I count on her to get us there and find a way out of hell. I have to believe in her. I have to believe to get out of this hell. Can't even bring myself to think about what happened that day. Focus, Delphin, focus. The Overwatch mission has ended. Time to meet up with them. Almost done. I'll go to the preparations. The windows and doors are being reinforced. Misery's been cleaning up enemy centers. I'll continue to keep a watch on the outskirts. We'll get in touch if there are any changes at the camp. Thank you, Misery. Were we supposed to meet up at Brentwood when we split up at Londinium? Why are you here in Jedward? Misery noticed something unusual when we passed by. We got here in time to see a massacre, and we couldn't just walk away. Are you sure you want me to be in charge? You're a professional soldier, Horn, and Delphin had elite military training. I know what you guys did at Mausoleum of Kings. You brought back the sword for us. Just a piece of metal. Piece of metal? Victoria's round blade. Stop thinking about the size of the king. This might disappoint you, but it won't bring any miracles. We're the only ones you can count on. And it's enough. You're right. Rumor as much. On personal condition for resources to implement complex tactics. What we need for the coming fight is courage and determination. In the face of disaster, the human spirit is much more important than any legend or artifact. Prove it, Siege. Alright. Most of us are not professional soldiers. We'll just tell them to take the high ground and shoot any enemy that approaches. A few of us here will form a response team to take out any sarcas that gets past. Our squad will continue to defend the bridgehead position created to seek fire zone. They'll continue to defend other sarcas trying to get across the bridge as per the original plan. The building's first line of defense will be in the thick of things. And all we need to do is defend one building. How hard can it be? Defense of Camus River. Hey, that was what I was gonna say. It would make a great movie. Alright, Hannah. Patrol approaching from 1 o'clock, 100 meters out, after right. Shall we fire Siege? Then his hands were trembling. Excitement, fear, or both. I do not know. My hands were cold, almost frozen. 7 days. Will the Duke's troops really come? What if we fail? What if more sarcasm notice? Going over the possibilities in my head. Now, open fire. Sirens are blaring and the sarcasm camp wants to patrol us down. There is no time to think. The defense has begun. My brawlers will tear you apart, standing on my corpse. Sarcasm for panic. Ugh. I prefer to be the one doing the tearing if it's alright with you. Sarcasm. Once again, I think back to what happened that day. No, I can't. Almost 90 seconds, Delphin. Get ready to pull back. Roger. Bentley's down. I'll fill the gap in the minefield. Mines are too precious, you just leave out here. You have fire support from the 3rd floor. The underground passage that connects to the city hall's basement to the bridge has been cleared. Now the wounded have some space. Nick, Morgan, are you okay? Not good enough to hold a knife, but I can coordinate things in the back. What about your side hand? You're asking the expert of destruction. I can smash a hole in the ceiling without any extra equipment. We have wooden ladders set up so we can move quickly between the floors. But can't have another situation like yesterday when we couldn't get Dagda in time. Fill the gap in the minefield. Bentley's still breathing, so I'm taking him back into the basement for treatment. Is Dagda awake? Awake, but she can't be moved yet. Been trying too hard. I'll do my best to care for her. Getting news from the sarcasm camp. Maybe planning something else as the assault on the building failed. May find any more mines to expand mine. Right now, our sarcasm friend's mercenary band isn't so easy to find. But to count on my static witchcraft, static signal disrupt stat on disrupting the signal. It's noise. Del run. I heard a long howl in the distance. A strong sense of unease suddenly comes over me. The air becomes filled with malice. Ah, my eyes! Why do y'all do this? Why the fuck gacha game, visual novels or whatever keep blinding me? Delphin. Finally up. My head hurts. Didn't pull out in time while rescuing the wounded yesterday and got caught in the blast of the test firing at the war altar. Test fire in the war altar. Yesterday, war altar was Ben. Looks like we both missed a lot. My back still hurts. Morgan sucks at stitching. Well, Ben's alive. Who brought me back? Anna. She saw they were still outside and jumped out from the 3rd floor to drag me back in. She just woke up herself. She's gone off to support Vienna. These are the wounded. I walked through the underground passage, now filled with wounded personnel. Dozens of eyes turned toward me. Many of them still have dried blood upon them. Very bad. Need to hurry. Mines are pulling their weight. 2 of the war altars have had their undercarriages disabled, and the rest have stopped. They've stopped their advance. You can bombard the position you marked at any time. Careful, the war altars are still charging. They haven't abandoned the assault yet. Alright, listen up. Berks. The next round of bombardment is about to begin. Anyone still on the first and second floors, get your asses up to the third floor. That thing can only shoot so high. I believe it's Witchcraft Core. It's powered by a dog freighter, the altar itself acting only as a medium. So it'll still blow itself up if its Witchcraft Core is destroyed when fully charged. In theory, but I've never seen it in action person, I think. That's good enough. We'll go to the roof to look for an opportunity. The only way to approach the core is from above. You can distract the operator for a little while. When the altar is activated, every second helps. Will do. Enough. Stand at the staircase to the second floor, dumbfounded. Takes me some time to realize that the pile of rubble without the left side wall is the city hall we've been defending for a better part of a week. The fire engine on the plaza is in plain view without need for windows or portholes. Amidst the ruins, the red crystals on the war altars shine eerie red in the rays of dawn, the metal skeleton reflecting an ominous light. It seems to whisper, gaze upon blood, gaze upon decay, gaze upon death. This is what Mother had done for so long. And this is the first time I've thought of her in days. Welcome back, Delphin Dagda. Sarkans have developed these weapons en masse. I don't think so. I believe it was developed by the Military Commission Victoria. The design is still very rough around the edges. Delphin, you look reasonably well for someone who just woke up from being knocked unconscious. Morgan has been taking care of you too, with one hand. Hannah. Thanks, Morgan and Hannah. Sorry about the trouble. It was a piece of cake. Alright, everybody, listen. I want to get rid of those altars, and I need help. And for that, I need help. I need bait. Someone to stay here and keep those things fired. I'll make a job for me. I can do it too. There's no time to be acting tough. I know better than anyone else here how terrifying those things are. Your hand's still injured, Morgan. I'll be one to work with Hannah. I'll be the one to work with Hannah. I need someone else on standby to take over the attack if I don't succeed. Misery can only buy so much time for us. I'll do it. What about me, Vina? Morgan, keep an eye on everybody. Dan's plan is simple. Wait for the altars to fire, smash the core, cause a chain reaction. All we need is an opportunity, and the opportunity has come. Come. You take an aim. Come. The malice is sickening. Come. Okay, I'll stop. They could fire at any time. Not exactly a great feeling to be in that thing's crosshairs. Misery, whenever you're ready, do it. Red. The color that flashes before my eyes. Melodic eye and altar peers out. It is verted by a silver arc. The dagger rips open next to a file of Sarkaz's artilleryman, leaping back joyfully into Misery's hand. Their hands slow for a moment as they reach for the core, continuing their movements from before they died under the pull of inertia. A hammer falls from the sky, impacting lightly with the red wave. Ow. Please stop. Bang. Vina is knocked back into the building like a comet. No, Vina. Half a second. The altar activated faster than anyone expected. Caught. The hammer embeds itself in the broken wall. Can't see anything in the dust and smoke. Watch out, they replaced artillerymen and are preparing to fire again. The hammer is gone by the time I wiped the gravel from my eyes. Vigor climbs the outer wall swiftly, the hammer pulling up like a pickaxe, the building trembling under every blow. Dagda. Agda grabs a hand that stretches out within the light. Brick and stone crack and break under Vina's heels. She leaps into the sky. Red wave has begun to build. Everyone take cover. Get down, Morgan. I look up in the storm. She walks upon the rays of dawn, her golden hair burning. She raises her hammer high, and it becomes one with the sun. The wave is torn apart, phantom power streaking toward the core. Ow. More blinding light. I lose my voice. All that remains is the light that stabs my eyes. Ah, please don't stab my eyes too. Vina. The altars are still exploding. Look out. She's fainted. Damn, the metal shards have gone to her chest. Someone help me out. Bring her back. Don't let the regium dust in the wounds. Sarkas are retreating. Anna, look over there. Battleships? Reinforcements? Really? That's the standard of Duke? God ordered. It's over. It's over. We bloody made it. We did it. Ben, look, we saved. Ben. Those damn what those are trying to run after them. Add another entry to the Scout's Journal. Survive. In memory of 7 fallen heroes. Abigail of Northport, civilian. Alexandra of Tepe, civilian. Anderson of Octree, soldier. Bentley of Lincarding, soldier. Unidentified body. Illegible. The name of exam.
Let us be off to create many more corpses.
Deals large damage and restores HP. Turns it to blood amber when defeated. Okay. I'd just say, come on, don't choke me.
Where did I go wrong? All operators must maintain strict discipline.
やるしかない。時間は待ってくれませんわ。準備、訓練通りにやるだけ。
There's no artillery. Describe what the fudge system is.
ドクター、それでも慰めを求めますの。Switching forms.
Unit.
I'm still kind of nervous. こんな月があなたをどこまでも追い詰める。Now I'm lost.
Are they the ones who caused such destruction and started all this conflict?
Where's the most dangerous spot? Send me there.
Is that a machine gun arm? Really? Fast forward.
Whoever said a wheelchair couldn't get up onto a steel beam?
not scared. You've got guts, but that might be all you've got.
ドクターと私、人形はかりそめの命を宿す。覚悟はやってみる。Go ahead. Target eliminated. Mission accomplished.
Long. Look. No one can be told what a battlefield is. You got to see it for yourself. My friends and I spent a lot of time in Northward's video shop watching old movies, many of them war movies. Stories of heroes, but also stories of terror depicted by directors with a sadistic streak. I remember that the four of us had nightmares that night. Even now, I seem to be drifting into a dream. Took a few soldiers who were still breathing when we passed through that valley. Oh, and the survivors have caught up to our call. They're all infected, as they should be, after spending a night in a corpse-filled crater. You did disinfect properly, didn't you? You could have gone active raging them dust on. Where are we, Hannah? I'm a little... Don't worry, I have experience with large-scale active origin zones from my time in County Hill. We undertook to clean up according to SOP. I think this would probably be standard operating protocols. The soldiers were conscripts under Duke of Ashworth. They said their company simply pulled out after a battle without rescuing the wounded or cleaning up the battlefield. Horn, is Hannah angry at me because I acted on my own? Why is she ignoring me? He said he had a friend who had been crying for help by a shallow puddle all night. Couldn't turn himself over because his legs were injured. He had drowned by the time we found him. The puddle was ankle deep. He would survive if someone just flipped him over. I examined Darren. Like they marched into a royal court trap. Some sarcasm mercenaries must have sacrificed themselves backing his fate. There's something on my chest. Can't breathe. Morgan? Feel something hot roiling in my chest. How could they have gone down without a fight? Not surprised. Other than the strongest dukes, professional soldiers make up only a quarter of the other ducal armies, at best. Most Victorian soldiers are conscripted, sent into battle only a few months after basic training on how to use a crossbow or artsy. Frankly, if not for this war, officers and soldiers may never have spoken to each other other their entire lives. Stop. Then I wouldn't like to hear it. I hated this. How do you trust your back to someone whom you don't trust? Why does nobody hear me? I feel the taste of iron in my mouth, something boiling, rushing up in my throat. Mother never answered my question. She said I would have to find the answer someday. Cough. Ugh. Oh, siege. Take it easy, Morgan. My neck. I can't breathe. Sorry, I got excited. I've been unconscious for 2 days. You're in a fever. Place the wound on your chest is healed all. Otherwise, we would have been even more worried. Where are we? We aren't in Chetley anymore, are we? They are silent. What happened? Maybe I should explain. Pulled out 2 days ago. We're back at our original encampment. At Horn's advice, we pulled out as quickly as possible before the Duke of Godwin's fleet emerged from entered Chetley. We're in direct contact with reinforcements. Horn. We have a lot of complicated circumstances. It's going to cause a lot of complications if we establish visual communications with the Duke's troops. We talked about this with Misery and other support what we're doing. While we have troops formally under the command of Duke Windmere, their military ID has expired, and there's a high risk of friendly fire. Well, not so much expired as no longer recognized. Neutman's words about the noble's dirty deeds. The same deal as the gangs fighting for territory. Int was right. Since when did the war become like this? We can give help where we can't see what the places beyond. What's the situation? Dawn chosen to join God Ordinance forces and continue to fight. God Ordinance officers didn't even say anything about the infected. The majority have chosen to stay with us, however. They trust us, or should I say they trust you? We won. Morale is really high right now. They've been joking about old conflicts now. We did it. Our plan worked. We made it. It's very possible that no one will ever know the sacrifice we made. It's just one small victory in a greater war. Look at Delphine's tired face. A great burden weighed upon her heart ever since she was left behind by the battleships. But now I see a rare smile on her face. We saved Chetlik, Vin. Yes, we did. My brain tells me I should be relieved or happy. I can't do it. I'm afraid to know how many stayed behind in that building never to leave. Everything that happens there seems like a dream. Is this what victory feels like? It's so waiting. Things have gone better. Gone better. Everyone's fully committed to fighting for Victoria from the very beginning. They all firmly believe that they are fighting for Victoria. If the other way around, things have already spiraled out of control. Therefore, we're fighting for ourselves now. See, each one of the survivors from Chetlik was brought us a surprise. His family collected gaulish artifacts, and his father picked up a little Victorian object from Singe in his former route. Anything valuable. So it's in the warehouse for a long time. He gave it to us before he left as a gift to Grad, and Horn recognized it immediately. Here. This is an IFF beacon used in IFVs. It emits a signal that allows the Victorian Army to identify the bearer's affiliation. And a military identification code. Yes, this black box belonged to the Victorian Army. I'm familiar with the symbol on it. I thought the unit had once belonged to no longer exists, lost in the ruins of Gaul. The exemplars. The unit of legendary predecessor. Unit of legend. The predecessor to Tempest Platoon. This thing took a long journey back to Victoria. Back to us. Exemplars. President Dukes may not recognize this ancient unit. At best, it might prevent directly artillery strikes. The more important thing is, the mission of the unit was inscribed inside the box. Exemplars. Make miracles. Consider a gift from fate. What's this? Beacon that Lieutenant Shiro left us has picked up a signal. Here? Lady Delphin, there has been a change in circumstances at Ironclad Galavi. Wow, who saw that coming? No one saw this one coming. We're approaching your position now, ETA in 1 hour. Be prepared for unhappy news, and a guest who insists on seeing you. Your wounds. Well, shoddy work of first aid. They look like wounds have closed, but the inflammation wasn't effectively treated, which explains the fever. With serious wounds like this, it's important that they're treated by a doctor and all vital signs monitored, reducing the chance of any lingering after effects. If fortune was a piece of metal, not origin crystal. When you're dealing with sarcasm witchcraft devices, even the slightest touch can be infectious. It wasn't directly caused by origin. Even if it wasn't directly caused by origin, there was a high risk of infection given the circumstances. It is incredibly blood ridden and will still remain at normal levels. You should thank your lucky stars. What was the chaotic situation, Lieutenant? At least I'm alive, in case I have a strong constitution. Fine, Lady Delphin has explained what happened. It was a battle worthy of study in the war colleges, given the differences in strength between the two sides. Most of the people on your side weren't even regulars. So, should I be sad no one will remember what we did? You're wrong on that, Siege. I'll remember. The soldiers outside will remember. The survivors of Chetlik will remember. Most legends are not born from official records. I don't know your type to say things like that. Well, I wrapped up your wounds again. Don't try to blow me off with excuses like strong constitution. You gotta keep a close eye on your condition. I'm a doctor in this room. I found friends too, and injured soldiers and civilians. Thanks, Lieutenant. Also, I suggest you check on that gas. I'm not sure Lady Delphine is ready to handle her on her own. Sincerely apologize for my behavior before and my misplaced assessment about her. There's one thing which I won't budge on, however. You're too impulsive and emotional. Try and solve every problem on your own. Turn around once in a while and you'll find plenty of people ready to help. Sausage discount. Bug glug crew. Take it easy on man. Sarcasms were everywhere on my way here. I thought I was gonna die. Thank goodness that Lieutenant Shiro was tracking Ironclad Glovey, which was how he got here. There in no time to save my life. He's a decent man, but lacks flexibility. Those men would never allow him to board the ship. You said you escaped Ironclad Glovey. What's happening there? Makes me angry just thinking about it. Those damned officers charged into the central hub of the fortress and pointed their swords at me. Marks? Von Terror must be behind this. Found an opportunity to change into inconspicuous clothes and escape. Fortress elevator almost took my dress. Sounds like you were really lucky. I was just coming along with your mother to see how things were going up on the front lines and take you home. What's the worst thing that can happen? Safe inside a nomadic fortress. Who would have thought? The old Dukes of Windmere would be proud of my mother. You're right. But you're the Duke of Windmere now, Delphine. Auntie, you're hurting me. What's the look on your face? The general staff were eager to go back because they believe the Duke's death was caused by a Lithuanian plot. You want to laugh, don't you? But they have evidence. Lithuania may not be leading with sarcasm, but they undoubtedly caused the situation. What? Lithuanian? Staff are cautious about accusing Lithuanian nobles directly, but they have set their sights on rebellious goings on in provinces. No one officially wants to come all this way to defect the sarcasm, only to return and find the menace they had defended for centuries has fallen under Lithuanian control. Your daughter, Delphine. Your duty will come soon. Now, let me rest. Don't leave this place. Leave where? Not be with the peasants. Wow. Watch your words. Don't call them peasants. Alright, Delphine, listen. If you really care about them, really think they're heroes of our Victoria, think of how many people like them there are in your mother's demands. If you really want to protect these people, take my advice and seek aid from the Duke of Castor to return to your demands and take charge. Perhaps you will have to become a Castor vassal, but you'll be able to fulfill your duty. What are you balking at? Did you fall in love with them just because they fall alongside you? Have you stopped loving your own subjects? Subject Delphine, you and your mother have suffered enough. Accept Duke Castor's proposal, and at least Windmere will be spared from devastation. Why do you hesitate? Do you really want to be a vagabond forever, leaving your family, your bloodline, and your duty behind? I understand. My mother's daughter, you're right. I have a responsibility, not just my friends, subjects of Windmere as well. But why did the sword guards leave me behind when I still had such a duty? If there was a duty glorious beyond all doubt, why did they come to me in such condition? You're right. If Windmere has fallen under the cloud of conspiracy, then I feel both the obligation and desire to do something about it. But go with you, Delphine. Say what you want to say. Sorry, I couldn't hold back anymore. You know what we just went through, madam? And you are? I'm not going with you. You have a duty. My mother's daughter. Comrade to these warriors and nothing else. And if I once was, I don't believe it anymore. Slave for them, so that their lives no longer be playthings of people like you. And I'm not going anywhere until I bled my last. Leave. I hope the sarcasm won't take. The Vic's face is a spectacle of color, but Delphine gives her no further chance to speak. Leaves with her head bowed in direction of Lieutenant Shearer. Delphine's expression was calmer than authority. What she said, what she went through, it made me think of an old friend. Delphine did not make the same mistake. Tragedy will not strike again. What was the price? The death of a loved one, swift betrayal. Apparently, I was rather concerned how Delphine would react to these things. Delphine smiles at me. It seems she has settled down. I'm fine, let's go. Same thing cannot happen again. Head west once you leave the camp. If you're lucky enough, you should be able to reach the Duke Caster, the kind Duke Caster. Do you think you can survive without the Duke's protection? We can, and we will. Alright, I'm going to Duke Caster. I'll take a leisurely pace. This is your last chance. Come with me, and we'll all live. I won't stop. The Dork of Delphine and her mother. No, I'm not the one who's wrong. You're naive, stupid, foolish, believing that you're right. So be it. We are off on a vehicle not meant for off terrain, leaving under the cover of darkness with a small escort. Turn around, look at our group. Hundreds and thousands of eyes converge upon a single spot. Some are soldiers laughing with each other, others are civilians celebrating. Can't fall silent. They are waiting for an answer. Mine. Murder. Undoubtedly an attractive proposal for many people. So I have worse times together, Pinna. What now? What happens with the moral and spirit that burned so brightly now is worn away by hardship and suffering? Who will tell them where to go? I do not answer. Not yet. He's here. The creature with golden mane walks amongst the crowd. He feels in. I want to see the answer in his eyes, but a word of advice in these fleeting moments. But he gives no answers. All he does is look at me, waiting for me to find the answer. Yes, perhaps he is not even there. Let me hear yours. If any among you still have faith in the proud dukes that are faces of Victoria, you should go with that woman now. No one will falter decision. The crowd rustles, but no one leaves. None among you? But now your instinct to seek protection from the powerful is nothing to be ashamed of. I would very much like to. Oh, how I wish the sorry sword I carry had the power to protect my friends, so that none among them would die. I would very much like to. How many times has she cried when no one was watching, wishing that someone would save her mother's life? I would very much like to. Don't look away. I know you would. The sarcasm. Haven't had butchered your brother so badly. You couldn't even identify his corpse. If the trooper was supposed to escort you, didn't flee. But none among you have left. You know what? That those nobles don't care about you in the slightest. But do you really seek the strength and protection of another? It's always been like this for us. We keep worshipping people, and things that never really gave us anything become their willing slaves. Massacre, infection, besiegement. So I have all that on our own strength. We all want to go home. We all want to throw onward in. We can't win by hiring. The fastest way is to give those warmongering bastards hiding in Londinium the old one-two in the face. The Dukes won't do it, we will. No one will take us home, we'll walk home ourselves. Gift fell into our laps, a union idea to Dukes left behind in Gaul. It's called the Exemplars. They were elites, the will of the nation, with a long list of accolades. And now they are nothing more than a little box in my hands. It has no special powers. You can take this back to London. Punch those warmongering bastards in the face. Throw us in the faces of the Dukes and tell them, bloody land is our land. I want to go home. The gym where my friends were. We want to go home to lives we once had. We cannot rely on others anymore. We cannot expect justice to be served on its own. Smash my hammer into the earth with all the strength I can muster. I do not know why I did. All I know is I can no longer hold back my anger. Well, now that the extremely violent scientist Singe is gone, and the calm cowboy Singe is here, I can't say that I am looking forward to the the event that just rerun, you know, well, or they reran the whole event. What was it called? The one with her with Siege. That slash big threat. You know what? The grand something. Whatever it was. I'm looking forward to it. I've heard Vina being described hilariously as a anti-monarchist king, which sounds hilarious. The best kind of king, by the way. The only good dictator is the one that gives up power. Isn't such thing as a benevolent one? Bam. The hammer silences all other sounds. Exemplars. Classical gang that first breaks the silence. Exemplars. Then they are joined by Delta. Exemplars. Everyone joins in. The exemplars. The exemplars. Exemplars. Again, I can only do so much. I cannot yell in my apartment. It's not quite ours yet, but yelling in here is repeatedly is a. I don't think my neighbors want to hear it. Say, I had a strange dream. Dreamed that Golden Beast was taking a walk toward our camp. Good omen, perhaps? Let's hope all goes smoothly. Wonder if the Self-Salvation Corps arrived at Brentwood before us. We'll have even more hands once we join up with them. Would have thought a few days ago we'd have our own army. I like the name Take Exemplars. But sure about the Slovena are bringing them all back to Londinium. Very few of them are ready to fight the royal court head on. Perhaps. There'll be more sacrifices along the way. I'll protect them. Maybe there will come a day when they don't need anyone's protection anymore.
All must return to the existing order. None may disobey the rules.
Boy, how slow have I been tonight? Either that or these chapters are long as fuck. Oh, alright, time for a tutorial. This should be over pretty fast. Probably. Oh, fudge. I think I will. What? Here we go. I still have that. Fuck. All there is that we're chasing illusions on this battlefield full of bones, blood, smoke, and mud. Alright. I'm gonna switch my light on because, yeah. You Hold on. Where's my depressing music? I am Singe, worst streamer of all time. What? No, I'm the best streamer because I have 100% audience approval rating. All the time. How absurd is it that we're chasing illusions on this battlefield full of bones, blood, smoke, and mud? The illusions are our only clue. Like Lich said, the drifting fragments of history are tracks that left behind. Passed through many ruins, some long forgotten, some never remembered to begin with. Soon, the sites will be gone too. Many times, we barely arrived in time to grasp the last trace. Found 17 vampire war art circles. There are many, dozens more, maybe even hundreds more of them in this battlefield. They all appeared within the past week, a scary level of efficiency. We found troop tracks on 2 of them. The marks indicated the troops were only maintenance or patrol missions. After as much point in destroying the art circles, they could easily replace them with new ones. Only that much more important to take control of that thing, whatever it is. Place completely ruined. Just like the Rhodes Islanders say, it's another secret network of routes that lead into Singe. Through these hubs, Therasis has shipped huge amounts of steel, crystal units, and witchcraft devices into Londonium. Hope to repair the shard and complete that airship. But how did these materials reach Londonium? Even the dumbest dukes wouldn't let a large shipment of material outside their control to travel freely around Victoria. It's probably that day, like the Khazar's King Legion, appeared out of thin air on the hubs. The so-called Sarkas supply line we've been looking for may be the last and least important step of the transport process. How did they do it? Not only that, Therasis had access methods like this. Why isn't he using them directly in battle? Teleporting armies behind enemy lines, or plopping original bombs right on top of Duckle flagship. Here that there are limitations to the method, or it's actually really fragile. The Lich called it an art beyond the realm of original arts, but I just couldn't picture it. Doubly over there. Huh? No sign of battle. It's completely collapsed. W looks detached ever since the encounter a few days ago. I saw her gaze absent-mindedly into the fire while on night watch. I can't help her. She'll get through this on her own. Let's go. There's nothing to see here. I look at the map in my hand. Scattered dots mark the locations of the vampire art circles. I added a few, including the logistics hub just now, and Astra's King's Legion camp. Something have been placed there using the same method. Must be something linking them. Scan names on the map. Hills, valleys, small patches of forests, and a few small ponds. Some sort of commonality. Shared geographical traits. My eyes fall upon the name of a town, Brentwood. Ines, you said that Rhodes Island analyzed the intel from Defense Forces Command Tower, where they set their sights near a town by the name of Brentwood. Draw a circle around Brentwood's location. Soldier came up with the analysis. She stole the records of all cargo movements since Therasis entered the city in 1094 and created an overlapping route map. All the towns around Londonium were covered in cargo movements on the map. It is Victoria's capital after all. All the steak and wine the citizens enjoyed before the war didn't grow on shelves. But the area around Brentwood is strangely empty, with only a few scattered entries around 1094 and 1095. Pretty weird, like a forgotten town right here in the middle of Victoria. If we're interesting, Brentwood might be the starting point of Sarkaz's Underground Railroad or the hub of a hidden network, implementing some sort of secret embargo. We can just prove the existence of those logistics hubs. We also learned that Theresis has a pair of, well, invisible hands, which lets him put things anywhere he wants. We may need to reassess the significance of Brentwood. No, the closer we get, the more vampiric dark circles we see. Meanwhile, if we draw a line from the furthest points to Brentwood, we see that they're about equidistance. That might be logistical limit. Not guessing. I know Brentwood. You couldn't hide anything in that poor-ass town. But barely any Sarkaz vagrants when I visited a few months ago. Maybe the caravans don't just pass through because there's nothing interesting there. The fleet is instantly throw a rock over. She's in a bad mood, alright. She would normally have thrown a grenade then. Rock rolls on the map and falls right where I'm looking. It's about to move it out of the way. There's a patch of hills not far behind Brentwood. The rock fell right in the middle of the icons representing hill. Oh, come the fuck off. Bro. Ugh. Let's go. It's not like I have any better leads. Maybe coincidence has something in mind. Let's start there. The hills are dark and eerie. Doran history book wrote that to study history is like walking in a cave, feeling the grains on the wall. Working blindly in the dark, all you can do is try to piece together a puzzle where we came by feeling around in darkness. This land is not friendly to history. Origin veins assimilate any organic tissue around them, even bones. All the archaeologists have to work with are origin-infested ruins. All they can do is mull over metal shards. We are different. We're the Sarkaz. There are many ways to look back. We can say that the revenants in Furnace of Kazdil whisper the achievements of a certain king of Sarkaz, or the sad ending of another. When I was little, I used to wait by a furnace that never went out, hoping to capture a single echo from the past, but all I ever heard was silence. You might actually be right, there's something unusual about the shadows here. There seems to be a pattern in chaos. It's like ripples created by a sailing ship, overlapping and interfering with one another until nothing is left for them to. Not much sailing, that's drifting. Once heard a story from an old Diablo. His word came up in his broken whispers. What story? Story of disaster. Let's hope we don't run into any stuff with those stories. Let's hope we still have some good luck left in the bank. Merc thinks he's lucky as a dead merc, which is why we need you to stay behind doubly. We're not here to fight. We need to figure out what we're facing. Things go south, we need to pull out. Don't worry, I'll leave the way open for you. Set up explosives and wait until they're almost at the exit. Vampires and masters are hot on your tail. Maybe Theresis himself. As you're about to say a lie, boom. He'll become a tragic hero right out of your favorite stories, hors d'oeuvre. Can't handle threes on your own doubly. Venus, I'll actually bury you, you know. You do. You'll blow the hills apart though. Both know she's crazy. Trying to provoke her with Theresa's name. It's just pathetic. Thanks she's putting on. Whereas she knew what she wanted. And to save for so long. She wanted to know the truth, she could have just asked me. Did she ever ask if that Theresa was real? She never asked me either. She's never grown up. She could do two things. Grovel at that Theresa's feet and beg for forgiveness, or plan to kill her. What is it she's doing? Trying to prove she's all great and powerful? Or she's trying to convince herself that nothing ever happened, and all she needs to do is kill people and plant mines like she always has, and it'll all pass. We've been fine. She can actually stop thinking about it. But right now, she's like a little girl standing on dance. Takes a few steps forward, and a few steps back, looking around the same place, sinking into pointless sentimentality. I have no idea. Give me a break. I just don't want extra trouble. I didn't know you cared so much about her. Care about me. I don't want to die because of her. In all seriousness, Ines, have you ever thought about going back to Castle? What? Am I on the way with a great plan? No, it's just occurred to me that W and I have a reason to stay inside this work. What about you? Got my reasons. Here we are. inside the hill. They hollowed out the whole thing. Well, this can make things easier for W's demolition plan. The size of the tracks, loading mechanism. It's a big guy. Get into shadows. When's the next shift? Close. It's always on time. Should have made a report to the boss, or I'd be outside killing Victorians. They're not a warrior. I don't need to tell me. It's just this place is so oppressive. See those illusions every day, things you don't know whether they're real or not. Like a maelstrom that keeps spitting out trash from another dimension. Good thing Ursula is a decent woman who doesn't pick on us for no reason or abuse our authority. She is the youngest major ever according to military commission ranks. She's not a member of the royal court. She won't go far. Slave, 3-son agent are blue-blooded devils either. Spirit of royal court. As those and won by those old fossils huddling on a circle. They're the strongest. That's because it's almost time. Go to the machine and prep the load. Did you hear the name they said? Ursula. Could it be? It's not necessarily the one we're thinking of. Sarcasm names are often code names taken from legends. Ursula the Time Stealer. Ursula of Lock and Key. Sarcasm legends about the Baronmont. Anyone could have drawn from it. Wait, Ursula the Time Stealer. What's the origin of your name, Hoarder? Don't have one. No. Well. Wait, over there. What's that? What was that? Those are trembling. No, space itself is trembling. Oh. Animated cutscene. What's going on? Alright, magic, floaty railway, show me your tricks. What is that? Wood, by the way. You foreign ass motherfuckers. All I'm saying, would, like, you would, what, like, hot lady? Oh my lord, who would have seen that? Imagine those purple tentacles wrapped around your cock, or vagina, or whatever. Oh wait, oh no, is that a what? Oh fuck, fuck, motherfucker, damn it, it's another whale, fuck, damn, I've never getting the allegations, it's over. It's never been more over. Oh, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, god damn. No. No. How did this happen again? How? Fuck, fuck the stupid accent. Fuck everything. Just, ah. No. 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 Ah. I'm so fucked. I'm never beating the giant whale monster fucking allegations. It's over. I'm done. I'm toast. Fuck. No. How? Why? Ah. Alright. Okay. Well, I'm toast. How do I put this? The whale fucking allegation. The giant whale monster fucking allegations. It's I'm toast. I'm finished. I'm never escaping now. Never. Absolutely never. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what that was. And then I see it's a whale. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. I'm texting my siblings about this in a moment. I need a moment to recollect myself anyways. Alright. I'm mostly collected now. It's over. Just call me, don't call me the scientist or the cowboy or vampire or any of that shit. Just call me the giant whale monster fucker Singe. That's where I am right now. That's what I've become. It's over. It's never been more over. Oh my lord. Why? What? Why is fuck? Why is fucking giant whale monsters a part of my lore with multiple entries now? Fuck. What? Just read the text. Get past this. For an instant, I see visions beyond reckoning. Lord Emperors crumbling in halls of gold. Ancient bloodborne cutting open their wrists to feed the newborn. Diabolic flames burning amber. Demons with deer horns prowl beneath great bronze walls, offering battered willow wood. The one knot falls from nothingness, splitting into countless threads. A red-skinned monster cuts off its own horn, impaling its own chest with it. Broken shards become whole again. I see a faraway city. Calm, peaceful, not yet wheeled, not yet drowned in hatred. Its beauty is absurd and out of place, even in a dream. For no reason at all, I am convinced it was Castle, a home that has long ceased to exist from somewhere in history. I want to go there, go into there. I want to see what kind of life we once led. I lift my foot, put it down in the same place again. I watch it quietly, until all is silent. Until the pathetic creature that is not but bleached bones moves slowly. Nerve strands reach out and grab massive containers. It still roams this place. It is not dead yet. This is the cargo ship. It's so big. How did there's this? It's really Ursula the Time Stealer. What the fuck? Oh my lord. They really upped the Gunnar level of some of these designs the more time went on, didn't they? What a coincidence, right? The legend of Ursula tells of Casdell being attacked by a Faramut that could slow the time of all things and peer into the past through the fog. There were so many paths the hero Ursula journeyed, rescuing their kin lost in the mirage of time. Who knew that I, who took the name by happenstance, would be one to witness the legend with my own eyes? What the unholy fuck, Jesus. Alright, while the design is hot, I do have to criticize it for it. What the unholy fuck is she wearing? Jesus. Like, I feel like the levels of impractical clothing in this game are worse. No, Nikke is actually pretty realistic with its clothing. This is just stupid. How does this even work? Why does her clothes have boob pockets? What the fuck? What? What? Did Dora Cathy get her boobs? Is that what happened? Those aren't. That's not breast tissue. That's originium crystals under there. Is that what's going on? Is like what? Whatever. Enough noting on terrible perverted designs that were probably drawn by a guy or under the supervision of a guy. Whatever. Even if they weren't. Oh my lord. You'll really ground those horns into shapiness. You can almost pass for true blue sarcasm. Well, still, are you really gonna betray General Manfred Hodor? I knew you wouldn't kill Enos when I first heard the rumors, but the confidential nature of my work precluded a personal visit to Londinium to see you. Are you supposed to be the hand-picked successor of the Scar Market? Sounds like you've already the bone driver around here. Is playing a hero of legend worthy of such loyalty and commitment? Ancient things are not so appealing anymore. Only one stuck in the past would continue to use the name. You give yourself a new name. Well, how would old friends who came a long way to visit be able to find me then? Care for a drink? You didn't used to be a drinker. Used to, huh? You didn't used to swing your sword at me either, Enos.
Same battlefield, different day.
Play the tutorial, Singe. Nothing weird will happen. What is this? Spend 10 EP to deploy an anti-witchcraft response. Reposition bomb that will move towards the nearest blood-calling altar. It cannot be used if there's another deployed bomb. So this thing? Okay, just fast forward. What kind of bombs did W make player? That's believable.
You can't
Wait,
hide
let's
your
charge.
fear.
Seize the moment. Eyes Just blind by hatred.
Bombs and blizzard. What? I see. So it follows this track, I guess.
I'll be with nothing can mask the scent of despair.
This is the place.
Ah, before it gets there.
No one will find it.
Haven't this 3, 2, 1.
Alright, you blow it up. One.
Give me the order. This
Stars.
arrow will find your throat.
Whoopee. I'm probably gonna take an extended break after this and I'll stop streaming, by the way. But I will be back. I stated no one except for Singe was going to not commit no, don't joke about that. I'm not going to commit suicide just because I somehow, because the first time it was intentional because I was joking around. The second time it was completely inadvertent and I ended up joking about wanting to fuck a whale monster. Or a giant whale monster. Why does this keep happening to me?
My blade hasn't even been stained red yet.
I also need to post a clip to, you know, places to embarrass myself for it. So that's who the lady in the background is. It's a little stool out.
We can save each other the trouble of introducing
Oh yeah,
ourselves.
you get her.
And
Ironic that she's a cast. Hilarious. I know the class. Dead, alive, I presume. Well, I believe she lives at least long enough for the grand overturn, ending grand overturn.
are you happy to see me, Erudite?
Hold on. Did I just notice? This chapter's banner, a little thumbnail thing, is it really just Enos's boobs? Surprised they held back here. Oh. Alright. Alright. I'll be back. I'm not gonna do my traditional action like it. Live long and prosper, blah blah blah. See you in like an hour and a half.